We return to the reliable guess. It is currently about 3:20 in the morning, and Sunny is dead.
Good.
As you all look around and wander, some of you are a little more preoccupied. I imagine Zeka is a bit focused right now.
Yeah, we're leaving off right where we were, right?
Just about. There is one thing, though. Byron, what are you up to?
He was sitting between the two of them because
Okay.
he tried to heal both of them.
Kezia, anything in particular you're getting up to at this moment?
Uh,
Or is this just a big comfort pile right now?
she's
I think you're cutting out a bit, Brenna.
yeah, I'm whispering. Um, no, she's just holding Bailey.
For those of you who are inclined to pay attention, you do see Mava just kind of doing the rounds of the ship, just kind of like assessing, kind of in that same way of imagine if your house just collapsed on itself and you're walking around the rubble. Like, you might pick up a rock and be like, ah, yeah, I can have control of this rock now, and then just realize how absurd it is and just toss it back down. It doesn't take a master of insight to sense the sheer levels of frustration going on in her world at this exact moment.
A quick question, David.
Yes, sir.
So, not everyone in the crew was above deck, right? Or was everyone in the
No,
crew
there's
above?
a no. About half the crew was below deck still, including Presley. Thank God.
And I'm guessing like everyone who was above deck, like they're just like
There
gone,
is
gone.
the only person who did not die that was a part of the crew that went up deck was Mava. Every other member of the crew died and was zombified or otherwise, except Frank. Frank is just a corpse on the thing, actually really close to you guys.
Well, I'll use my second Revivify Diamond on him. Um, fuck. I mean, damn.
Couple of corpses, but the biggest thing, as all of you watch and sit and just think, Artuk, dark, dark thoughts I imagine are in your mind right now. You wanna tell us what some of those are at this exact moment?
Yeah, sure. So, Artuk, Artuk lived a super totally normal life as a druid with the herd for most of his time on, this plane. He was totally fine, very happy with who he was, and then this fucking blight thing showed up. He hurt the people and the things that he loved around him, and then he ran away because he heard it all and said, I need to do better, I need to try again. As he ran away, he was sheltered, never having left the woods before, by kindly farmers who saw a starving kid in the fields, basically, at that point, and took them up on their hospitality and hurt their crops, hurt their livestock, hurt them, totally by accident, without any ill intent, watched them suffer for him having been there, and then ran away. And again, got to Gautera, where someone took him in, and he was happy to be finally in a city without plants and animals around him all over the place to hurt, and somehow still managed to bring an angry mob with him when they found out that he was being housed there after all the destruction he caused. And he hurt the people who cared about him there and ran away. He ran and found, a cave far enough in that he couldn't hurt anything or anyone, and sat there for a long ass time, deciding if he ever wanted to stand up and leave the cave again, or if he was going to do the world better by not doing that and just letting himself rot away there. and he decided, after a long time thinking, to give it one more shot, to go try to do this thing again, to try better, do better, not hurt someone this time, not hurt the people who care about him, not hurt the people who, take him under their wing, who offer him that kindness, who have a big heart, not be a parasite this time to the most big-hearted thing he can find, and is looking at a lot of what just happened and feeling a lot of failure right now, a lot of regret, a lot of it was selfish to ever leave the cave is where his head is right now. And that's the dark thoughts. It was selfish to decide to keep living.
And as you ponder this, as you consider just the full implications, you see immediately the consequences as you look over and you see Sonny not just dead, torn apart. The chest where the blight entered, the little gaps in the armor where the metal wasn't perfectly merged, ripped open with a fury and exploded out at the joints in the arms. Not ripped apart to nothingness, but it was a violent death. And then you see Zeka, maybe, 15 years old, who was just made to watch his best friend in the world die, and then had to make a choice to not revive him. And you feel this twinge in your mind, this just soldering corruption in your mind saying, you, just you. Sorry, 13, not even 15, barely a teenager.
Is it my own thoughts, or is it external saying that?
It's very hard to tell at this exact moment.
Wondering that, I look over myself. I feel the constant pressure that I've exerted inward for the past months and months to keep everything in. Do I still feel the pressure back against it, or does it feel different?
I'd like you to make an insight check.
Can somebody roll a d20 and add 8 to it for me?
I'll do it, I suppose. You rolled a 21.
Sure.
For the moment, there's a lot of that thought that you'd like to put on something else. You'd like to let it be something's poisoning your thoughts. But on another level, you believe a lot of what that was, at least in this moment. But at its core, you do still feel something there. Something inside of you. Something angry. Something hungry. The best metaphor for it would be, imagine a hungry wolf gets out of its cage and begins to feast, and then you manage to get it back in the cage. Can you imagine how angry that wolf is to be back where it started after it just tasted freedom for the first time in who knows how long? And it doesn't seem threatening right now, but it is there, and it is watching. It's angry.
Feels as strong as it's ever been.
Hard to say at this moment. You feel very drained, so it's very difficult to tell.
Fair.
You don't see any physical mark, like the black spot that was over your arm and such is gone right now. But you feel that presence. Whether it's real or imagined will be up to you. But for now, You all look on, and yeah, you see some of the crew emerging from below deck, and just kind of looking over the carnage, all the bodies, and kind of just go over to Mava, and Mava just begins to kind of like direct them while just kind of sat over near the ship's wheel, and just kind of like leaning against it while she's trying to clearly put something together. What are all you guys doing right now?
Sorry, we missed the setup for the scene of like where everyone is. I imagine, are we all just like around
We're
Sunny?
having a cuddle pile on the main deck.
Okay. That wasn't a disapproving. That was a sad. Like, this is sad.
Yep.
Yep. Can't agree.
And to give a frame of reference just for how the ship looks right now, everything's in disarray. The front mast, which is significantly smaller, is still mostly intact. See, like, there's a few cuts in the sail, but honestly something that could be relatively easily repaired. The main mast is, to no one's surprise, collapsed, floating for the minute in the water, but that'll sink eventually. Storm still raging all around you, perhaps not as violently. You don't feel there's any danger of being capsized, but it's certainly going to be difficult. And yeah, just the stench of all the dead Sachwagen, the dead crew, just kind of slowly permeating the air, as it's been maybe 3 minutes since this all kicked off. Are there any volunteers, or are you going to just sit sadly for a few hours?
Kezzy's just gonna stand up, really resolved, and Morak, we need to clear the deck.
I agree. Let me go talk to Mava first. I don't. These were her men, not ours. Morak's gonna stand up and just start easing his way over to Mava, probably after like 15 minutes of sitting there with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Mava has like 1 or 2 crewmen with her. On seeing you kind of approach, the other 2 kind of look at you, and then just kind of like dart away. Mava is just like I said, at the wheel, just kind of leaned against it. Just there's like, roll insight real quick for me.
I didn't pull anything up. It's gonna take a while. And boom. Oh yeah, Morak's not good at this.
Alright, 6. Don't know why you have advantage. You don't. You get nothing. Mava's at the wheel.
Morak just like walks up to her and is like on his face. He's just like, I don't know. Like you could tell that he's just like, I don't know what to say right now. And I think he just like thinks for a second and just composes himself as much as he can and just is like, what can I do?
She kind of looks at you, then just kind of looks over the whole ship and just kind of like gestures openly towards the whole thing. can start tossing those fucking fish overboard. Leave my men. What's left of them. Oh, sweet Ping. She clutches a locket.
Aww.
Morak will start. He'll relay that to Kezia of don't touch her men. Just throw the others overboard.
Kezia looks up at you with her, practically negative strength. And, can you help me?
Sure. And he puts a hand on her shoulder, helps her. I guess it's more like when a little kid is helping their parent move something.
I grab an arm and I chuck it over.
Yeah, it's like your hands are on the thing that are actively being moving, but it's like you're just there.
I'm just a little too small for it.
At first, I just imagined Morak like all he did was put his hand on her shoulder for moral support, but didn't actually lift anything.
Yeah, I get Morak will just he'll help the crew throw the monsters overboard, and then I guess move the crew wherever he sees the deceased crewmates, move them wherever the other crew are moving them.
Front of the ship, away from where you guys are with Sunny. Actually, no, they put them up towards the top near where Mava is currently on the map. Now I think about it, that makes more sense. You do see after a few minutes, Mava begins to kind of doff her armor and actually hops into the water and kind of disappears for a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Zeka's not doing shit. He's just laying there. And honestly, probably for the rest of the day. Unless extreme circumstances occur, that is what he'll be doing.
Alrighty.
I think Byron will probably, after sitting for a while, he'll kind of shift over and just put a comforting hand on Zeka's shoulder and just stay by his side.
Yeah, and I mean, Zeka started with profusely, sobbing and crying, but at this point he's kind of reached just absolute, just blank stare, and there's almost like he just had a lobotomy in a way. There's nothing in there. There's no thought. There's no emotion. It's just blank staring.
After a few minutes, you see Mava actually emerge back from the sea and has another one of the crew's bodies from below that were tossed off by everyone. And then after she gets the one brought up, just heads back down, and you get the sense this is going to be her rhythm for a while, is just fetching what bodies she can and then arranging them towards the back deck just for whatever they're planning. Is anyone going to do anything? So I know Kezia and Morak are disposing of the Sahlagan bodies. Is anyone else doing anything? Or are we kind of just in a state of comforting?
Comforting.
Yeah, I feel like Ode's almost sorry to be a bad role player, but kind of frozen, and in maybe a way that's not really as comforting to Artuk as she should be right now. Just kind of yeah, I think probably stopped comforting Artuk to kind of be sad about Sunny, and not in a way that she's blaming Artuk at all, but it doesn't really have the capacity to both be sad for Sunny and be there for Artuk, and really can't figure out how to be there for Zeka because she knows she just made a choice that was terrible for Zeka, and I think just kind of almost frozen.
Shell shocked.
Yeah.
Artuk is gonna,
Arctic.
after taking a moment and, thinking it all over there for a sec, the way that I sort of described there, he's gonna shake his head for a moment, wipe a couple of tears from his eyes, walk to the side of the ship, vomit off the side of the ship, then walk below deck as far away from every corpse on the deck as he possibly can and find a corner and just sit in it.
Mhm.
Arctic does so thusly. I'll just start moving the clock a little bit further
Yeah, good way.
forward then. It takes, with Morak and Kezia's assistance, the bodies that are being tossed over the deck are removed relatively quickly. There were a lot of them, but you guys are able to make pretty steady progress between everything. There's still messes, there's still splintered wood everywhere, but you see, after maybe an hour or two, there is a sense of normalcy to being returned to the boat as the remaining deckhands kind of assume their assorted positions and are assessing damage to the hull. A few of them are looking out at the main mast that has been felled, and you don't need an insight. You kind of see them thinking, is there a way we can get that back up? And seems to be not reaching any particular idea. Mava probably takes another 2 hours, but eventually you see most of the bodies that were tossed overboard of the crew. You think 1 or 2 maybe are just lost because they fell too deep and just are buried somewhere between the coral, fish, or whatever that got them, but are laid out in the back, in the ship's stern. And seeing as Kezia and Morak are the only ones who are doing stuff and everyone else just seems to be processing, she walks over to just the two of you. Thank you for helping with all of that. Are we gonna talk about what happened, though? What the fuck was that? Can I get any answer? Or is this all crazy as shit to all of you, too?
We have honestly no idea what happened. We knew that our friend over there, Artuk, was dealing with something, curse, as you will. But it had never gotten to this point. All we knew was that if he casted some sort of spell near plants, they would die. We knew it was getting bad and he couldn't sleep. And that's why we actually came on your boat to try to fix this, go to Gautera. So that's our nearest lead that we have, but I'm sorry. I wish we could have stopped it. We have no idea what that was.
Or kind of as you mentioned, you don't know the nature of it, but you know something was up. You see, frustration flash over, and, her lips, purse and stuff, and just, kind of trying to hold down some anger. A fucking warning would have been nice as a start. Okay.
I apologize for that.
Well, don't apologize to me. Apologize to the 8 dead men around us.
Kezia doesn't say anything. She just looks really disappointed, almost disgusted at the conversation. But she's not really saying anything.
Okay.
Do you, just on the topic of this, those monsters that attacked us, what Is there a chance that could happen again?
I'd bet on slim. They don't. I'm not sure what pulled that size of a group to us, but that is not the norm. They're called Sahuagin. They're basically just scavenger raiders. They come after ships that they think are easy prey and try to get what they can, kill the crew, eat them. Nothing too crazy. I've dealt with them before. That was unprecedented. For whatever amount that they can organize, I can't imagine with that many dead they're going to be able to do that again to us, at least. Plus, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I hope we're fine, because if this happens again, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot more men to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Wait. Sorry to take away from the scene. We didn't kill any of the guys, did we? I thought that was all the Sahuagin, and then the Blightwalker just kind of
kill her crew, but you did kill the minions that were turned into mushroom spore versions of her crew.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's not our but the fact that they died in the first place. And just to make it clear,
I agree.
She's not diverting the blame of
okay.
the curse turning her dead corpses into zombies on that.
Frustrated at the amount of death.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure, because I was like, well, she's clearly just frustrated and diverting blame. It was the sea monsters killed all of them. Man.
I just couldn't remember if I was misremembering it or something, and I was like,
No,
wait,
her crew died to the Sahuagin. I think every one of them to the Sahuagin. They were then just transformed.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, 20 of your probably best friends just died, probably not. I mean, I wouldn't, at least. I don't think.
No, I was just double checking, sure that I remembered that right, because I was like, oh, we didn't kill them.
I personally hold Kezia accountable.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut so hard.
You're good, but honestly, it's not a horrible read. You get the sense she's you guys are in front of her. So that's who she's angry with right now.
Yeah.
Which I think is reasonable. Not reasonable, but it makes sense.
Anyway, she's just... Yeah.
Yeah, well, let us know what we can do.
Sorry. It's been a day. I think I'll have a more clear idea of what the fuck is happening next, come tomorrow. If you all wanna... She just kind of motions you away. I'll see about this. I'll wait. And she kind of looks over at Sunny. Looks over at the corpses of her men. Do you think he'd want to be put out to sea?
No.
Or
No.
you aren't there.
No,
You are far away, Zeka.
Becca shouts no from far away.
I'm literally hang on. I'm literally sitting I'm laying on Sunny right now.
We are nowhere near Sunny right now.
They're about 30 feet away.
And it's raining pretty hard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought y'all were right next to.
Morank is Sunny had been in disguise this whole time to not look like a warforged, and now that he's dead, his disguise is gone, and he's just full on broken warforged Sunny. He's on the ground, covered by people. Is that? I'm just trying to think. She hasn't noticed that he's a warforged, right?
No.
We appreciate it, but we'll deal with our own kind. Look for this one.
All right. And you see like some more of the what remains of the crew kind of come up from below deck, and with some line and some like fabric, and just begin to kind of wrap the bodies of her crew. Like, yeah. As she supervises, not helping. Fucking middle management.
Morak will, like, kind of gest to Kezia if she's not moving, but like walk with her back to the rest of the group.
We should find some cover.
What?
We should find something to cover him with, too.
Are there any of the tarps that they're using? Like, can Morak just grab one of those?
Yeah, absolutely.
He will grab one. And put it over Sunny, and then just say to the group, like, we might want to move him to the other side of the ship. They're doing something over there. I don't know if him being exposed like this would cause any alarm.
Second doesn't move.
Byron will kind of like gingerly try to guide him, keeping him close to Sunny, probably as Morak's carrying him over to the other side of the boat to get people out of the way.
Sunny, as
I think-
Morak carries 1 ton Sunny.
Seriously asking, I still have one first level spell slot left. Do I need to use 10 floating disc?
He only weighs 1,999 pounds. Easily attainable from Morak.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna write that down in his character sheet.
Regret that wording.
Also, that Morak can carry 1,999 pounds at ease.
Yep.
Cannot carry 2,000 pounds at all.
Literally, straw that broke camel's back. Do not give him a copper, or his spine will explode.
I think
Yeah.
when Byron like reaches for Zeka, he'll like kind of recoil at first, but then he'll like understand what's happening and like be okay with it and dutifully go with him.
And Byron will keep Zeka with Sunny for obvious reasons.
Yeah. As you guys move to that, move, you guys are really beginning to feel tired. Your rest was interrupted to begin with, and then the last 2 hours of just emotionally dealing with it, you are all beginning to feel real and exhausted.
I think when Morak came over, Ode kind of like almost like kind of shook her head and like then looked to Byron, but then saw that Byron was with Zeka and saw like, okay, now is like not the time to talk to Byron. So after Morak and Kezia move Sunny's body to like a more far away, like
I was
secluded.
going to recommend below deck.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask, is that kosher with Zeka?
Where?
Moving it below deck.
I mean, as long as
Okay.
he can be with it, then yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because once they set Sunny down, Byron will leave Zeka with Sunny's body, and then go grab one blanket to lay over Sunny, and a blanket to put over Zeka.
Okay.
And a towel to just kind of dry off Zeka's hair. And he'll just kind of pat him on his head and say, hey, as soon as you're ready, we'll always be here for you.
Zeka will nod.
And he'll leave him.
Oh, kind of with this, we'll see that she is. Did Byron give him a minute?
Yeah, he
Okay.
walked away.
I think seeing this, she'll kind of maybe grab Byron and say like, I'm sorry, can we talk? And like kind of also wave over Kezia and Morak if they'll come over. Maybe like away from Zeka too.
And Artuk?
No,
Oh, Artuk's alone.
yeah, I think she doesn't know where Artuk is. So to the three of them, she'll say, I know this is horrible. I also don't know much about magic. Is there any like wizard, Ernest, maybe Byron, your powers that could, maybe even the Way of the Long Death monks that could do something for Sunny?
I believe there are other spells besides Revivify that can raise the dead. I believe one is actually just Cold Raise Dead. I may be able to learn it, but we'd have to get most likely a diamond, even more expensive than that. And at the end of the day, you'll kind of glance over at Sunny's mechanical body and go, I'm not sure how it would work with that.
Wait, why wouldn't just whatever Zeka does normally work?
We never did cast Zeka's spell on Sunny. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say it wouldn't work.
I'm just not sure.
David, with Morak's war history knowledge and all of his books about Warforged, is there ever any mention of like one being destroyed and being brought back?
I gotta tell you, that's so far into the realm of state secrets, there is no chance Morak would know it.
Fair enough.
Well, in all of my books, it says nothing about bringing it back. So,
I mean, perhaps with your books, I mean, they have some of like the schematics and things. Do you think perhaps we could build him back up and repair him enough that he'll come back?
I don't know if that would be Sunny.
I'm not sure.
we don't even fully know how he was built. I don't know how we can fix him.
I think we need to at least try. We can try the diamond thing. We can find the money. We could steal a diamond. I mean, we're in the middle of the ocean, but we should try.
I don't know that spell yet.
Mm.
I mean, perhaps I can go over what I have in my mind and see what I can learn, but
Right.
it's a higher level spell. I believe, like, if I was going to put it on a scale of 1 to 9, it could be a 5. It's not easy.
It's pretty high.
Oh, really? Because that one seems like it's in the middle to me, and I don't know much about magic.
Oh, as someone that's been studying for years and only can get to 2 so far is
Damn.
pretty high.
It's
That's
pretty high.
pretty cool,
Almost
right?
as if I can only get to 4.
Zeka and I might be able to get to there.
I think that the Way of the Long Death people could help. They study death and how to prevent it.
But how does that apply to a mechanical being? Like, we know that he has a soul and everything, but doesn't the Way of the Long Death focus on, your body and that staying alive?
I mean, you're right. I just don't want to not try.
I know. I understand.
I guess it would kind of depend too if we have a time pressure. Well, I mean, from Eric laughed at me. Like, from if we need to focus on getting to Gautera. I don't know.
I mean, let me think more about that Raise Dead spell. I don't believe that it has a time requirement.
Morak,
I'm not trying to be too metagamey, but
as much as I appreciate you, I don't think it would be a good idea to bring Sunny's body into Galterra.
Who were you saying that to?
I said towards Morak specifically, but
I just. I.
Hey, Will, can you check your private messages real quick? You guys can continue.
we are only 2 days from Leon. Wherever we want to get to, we'll have to limp back there.
Yeah, and I don't. We'd have to convince Maeva to bring us back if we think. And I don't think we're on her good graces, right? But
Understandably.
Sorry, what did David just say?
Check
my DMs.
Yeah. Also,
Oh, me?
yes. As a just quick aside, you're about 3.5 days out from Leon, just as a bookkeeping point.
how close was the next city that we were heading towards?
Galterra is about a week.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I'll just go ahead and pull up the world map.
David, I thought this was our second night, you said.
This was the third night. I went through and checked again.
Okay.
Third night ended, and then you guys went to bed, but it got interrupted. So about 3.5. You're aware that X is on the map.
So we're close to Candle?
And Coral Point.
we know that Laventine has the Warforged dude at it. With all the parts and stuff. Oh shit, that's actually something. Fuck.
It's actually something we
Morak
can
say
do.
that?
Yeah, he says, well, after Morak pulls out the map, he's like, oh, god damn it, Zeka, you drew on it again. He's like, the wind speed and everything, I think approximately we're right here on the map. You could either go close to Coral Point and...
Candida.
Candy?
And
Sorry, Zeka drew over the name. I can't.
the ghost that rules the world kind of is cutting off the L there. It's Candle.
Yeah, it's Candle. So,
I think it wouldn't be too unreasonable to convince Maeva that her ship could be repaired in one of those cities.
we could possibly ask to go to Coral Point. And then, I mean, we do have the lead on the Warforged. Elector, as you will, down in Laventine, but I don't, with how Autuck is right now, I don't know if we have time to figure something like this out.
Do we know whether or not what just happened has cured him of the blight?
Not, he ran away.
I doubt it.
We can go check with Artuk.
We might want to check with him in the morning.
There. At least we could have a plan. It's better than nothing.
I could go talk to Maeva and ask him to go to Coral Point.
Morak and Ode, actually, both of you, could you make a history check for me?
Yeah. Can you pull up Oath's character sheet too?
Yeah. Okay, first one is for Ode.
And then this one's gonna be for
And
Morak.
this one's for Morak.
Morak, what you remember about Coral Point, it was kind of just Imperial Port Town, on the wealthier side, but the war never kind of focused on that area. Because if you were dealing with ports, you were dealing with ones much closer to Orc territory, and that one was just so far away that it never really came up. Ode, what you remember from just assorted lessons is that Coral Point was an Imperial port town. It was something... Port town doesn't quite do its justice. It's more akin to, like, Monaco, where it's like a very wealthy. It's a very wealthy city, and at this stage in its kind of existence, it is more of a just wealthy city-state, just kind of run by a number of wealthy individuals who just kind of have sway within the city. But yeah, there you do know that it's just like you could probably find repairs there. Might be expensive, but you know the people there are certainly have access to the resources to repair the ship. You also would guess based on the map. It's also surrounded by a decent-sized coral reef as well, which you would need to navigate. But like, it definitely would be closer than Leon. Candle is a bit of a question, but you don't know that one as well. It probably is closer than Candle though.
Yeah, Ode can communicate that to the three of, and if you need help convincing her, first you could bring Byron. He's always very convincing, but you could say like she's more. I mean, if she doesn't know this already, she definitely does, but more likely to be able to find repairers in Coral Point because it's like a wealthy city.
Do you want me to go over and try to get Panther?
We can maybe not convince her right now, but just see what's. I'll go ask her what her plan is first.
Perhaps we wait for all this until morning. Let everyone simmer down a little bit and sleep off these stress.
Might be best.
Hey, Ode.
Yes.
You smell incense burning.
I smell incense burning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind you, actually, where you guys left Zeka. Like in the kind of secluded room. You smell incense.
Okay, Ode will kind of like look to the group like, I'm gonna go investigate something and then go follow it.
Yeah, if you just walk down a little further, but just kind of backtrack, doesn't even take a minute. Zeka, what does this look like?
Yeah, there's a I kind of started to describe it in a previous session, where it's. Sorry. Oh, I thought someone said something. I started to describe it in a previous session, but he's casting divination right now. And when you ritually cast it, it doesn't consume a spell slot, so he's able to actually do it right now. And you just see Sunny's body laying in the center of this chalk design, almost like Full Metal Alchemist-esque, like runic design of trying to reach out to the gods. It's very different from what he usually does. There's no baking and flour or anything involved. Like, this just looks like a straight up cleric divination spell that he's performing, and it's very traditional. And at the corners of each part of the design, there's incense burning, and you see the incense, rather than floating up naturally, it's curling towards the top and almost making this spider webbing dome that's collecting smoke over the top of Sunny at this moment.
All the rest of you can now smell the incense, especially since Ode kind of tipped you off to it. If you choose to.
Ode would like gesture to have everyone be able to come over and see this if they wish.
Zeka, the floor is yours.
How can I save him?
You see, I imagine at the center there are three particular candles, just at the very center of this kind of ornate ritual. As you ask that, the first one alights, It's you get 3 questions, right? Oh, only one. Okay.
No, just one.
Hold on.
There's one candle. Yeah, you're thinking of commune,
That
and
is
that
yes.
and that's only yes or no answers. This one you can actually give like a little bit more.
You
Like
could use
short.
smoke.
Yeah, you can use a short phase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
I want to
Doesn't
see
take any.
David's rhyming skills personally.
I was gonna say I would request a haiku.
Knowing I'm not Fuji. All of you hear just a quiet voice and a little like puff up of sparks from Sunny's chest as this kind of occurs. A weary soul may yet be saved, and 2 of you hold the key. But a dangerous journey awaits you. Or, not dangerous, sorry. But a difficult journey awaits you. And with each day, the soul becomes more distant. And the kind of single candle there, kind of, the flame lowers, and you see kind of a swirl of 2, like the 2 like wisps, like sparkles. One kind of float over from the candle to Zeka, and just kind of like, as it connects with you, you see like the symbol of Mystara literally like flash onto onto your body for just a moment. The other one actually continues past you all, though. It kind of almost swims past Odemore, the collected party behind you, past Zeka. Artuk, as you sit isolated, you see a kind of lavender wisp just kind of gently approach you. And impact against your chest. And the symbol of Mystara faintly appear for just a moment. At which point the candle in the ritual fades.
It's not too late. You guys, it's not too late. We need to find port. Where's the closest port?
We were just talking about that. We think we can head to Coral Point. We want to do everything we can, Zeka.
We're going to Coral Point. Where's Mava?
Zeka. Well, we're gonna do our best. Like, the ship is badly damaged.
Zeka just walks past.
Okay. Zeka, if you start trooping your way upstairs, you see Mava still stood over the assorted bodies. You see her actually, in a bit of a parallel to you, kind of tracing a chalk circle around the bodies of her collected men with some incense burning.
Hey.
Yes?
How fast can we get to Coral Point?
Under best of circumstances, probably 2.5 days. These are not the best of circumstances, if you can believe it. So, I don't know exactly. Why there?
Just, I know it's not too late. And my gut is telling me that we need to get to port anywhere. And that's the closest, so that's where we have to go.
Not too late for what?
To save Sunny.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Not my strong suit.
Very character driven, though.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, hold on.
Me trying to be too meta over here. Shut Byron.
No.
Hang on, before you make this emotional speech, have Byron do it instead.
Oi, let us go to Coral Point, please. Wink.
Oh, sweet thing. She kind of looks at her men, looks back at you, gets down on one knee to kind of get eye. Well, no, she's a dwarf. She gets heels up a little bit, so she's eye to eye with you. And she kind of gestures for a hug. Come on.
Mommy?
Becca will hug and cry more.
She gives you a few pats on the back. I'll do what I can. We need to get this mess fixed anyway. That being said, this is gonna be hard. Fade to black. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you finally take your rest? Zeka, I know you want to kind of stick with Sunny. Is anyone else wanting to do anything specific?
I think Morak would stay up for a while and watch whatever it is that. Were there any orcs aboard that died in the thing?
Yes, I think there were 2 of them. Yeah, there were 2 of them.
Two orcs died.
Yeah, 2 orcs died. It was 6 humans. Oh no, 5 humans, 1 dwarf. Sorry.
So no orcs?
So no orcs.
2 orcs, 5 humans, 1 dwarf. 8 members of the crew died.
I think Morak would find some like ship wreckage. Or no, sorry, wrong thing, wrong idea. Morak would grab some like charcoal or something and on the wraps of the 2 orcs, you'd draw the symbol for Grumch and like say a orcish prayer for fallen soldiers, and then help put them out to sea.
All right. Yeah, and as you watch this, as you do that, it's honestly very good timing because Maeva like kind of gives you a short nod, and then did any of you speak Dwarven?
No, dwarves aren't real.
No. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, then you hear her just kind of begin to speak out what you can pretty clearly inter is kind of a religious rite in Dwarvish to these sailors. You hear little bits you catch. You hear specifically salt mentioned, and make an intelligence check real quick.
Okay.
Okay. You catch a very short phrase from Dwarvish or in Dwarvish that basically amounts to just grant these weary souls easy journeys on a long sea. It seems to be like a sailor and specifically a salt-focused ritual for just kind of laying these men to rest. And with your help, yeah, they lay out the assorted crew. You see, like, members of the remaining members of the crew, except for Presley, kind of stand at attention as this kind of is going on. And, yeah, if you guys all head to bed, you notice that a lot of the crew is not going to bed. They're kind of, as I said before, assessing damage and trying to put a bit of a plan together.
As a note, Kezia's not gonna take a long rest. She's just gonna pace the deck
Okay.
for the rest of the time.
Okay.
Byron will probably stay up until Zeka falls asleep. And whenever he does, he'll set a little bit of water and a little bit of food in case he wakes up by him. And then he'll look around to find Artuk. As soon as he finds him, he'll just kind of regard him, but recognize that he probably needs some space, and then go to bed.
I don't keep saying the man needs some space. The man needs a fucking hug.
If Artuk makes any sign of he needs someone, Byron will go over, but
He's putting his fucking life out here.
What would
he'll
Artuk
find-
do? We can ask Adam.
I know.
No, we can't.
Yeah, I'm dead. Sonny and I both died.
Oh,
Not
thank
Artuk, but
God.
Adam did.
Oh no. Well, Artuk lives then, so it's kind of the inverse of anyway.
Yeah, we got the other way around.
Does Artuk respond in any way whenever Byron does eventually find him and regards him?
I think he remarks back, and that's about the extent of it.
Alright, and Byron will leave him be and go to bed.
As kind of day rolls out, actually, for this one real quick, be a D100 actually. Kezia, roll a D100 since you're up.
Okay. 87. We're fine.
Okay. You actually see
You have an aneurysm, you die.
you have an aneurysm and you promptly die. Okay. Alright, new characters all around. No, you do see that the storm begins to not fade entirely, but lighten a little bit. You get the sense going into the next morning, the storm will probably persist for a little bit longer, which will just slow down or make sailing nigh impossible, but it seems to have abated at least somewhat. But yeah, as you guys kind of shape up for the next morning, Mava collects all of you and kind of begins to break it down. So, if we want to get to Coral Point for repairs, and that's where we all go, right? We all agree on that? I'm not dealing with anything halfway through. Right? Okay, I'm taking that silence as yes, we'll all go for that. Perfect.
Yes, you are correct.
And with it, we didn't. Are there other options?
You picked one. It doesn't particularly matter to me, but just as like he made it. We're not talking about this anymore.
Glad you asked, and we got annoyed with us for it.
There are a few hindrances to that. So, you notice overnight the sail did sink. Mainsail totally underwater, not salvageable at any point anymore. So we're down a mainsail, and that's going to set us back. We're down about half the crew, so that's going to set us back. The storm's lightening up, but that's still there, so that's going to set us back. Also, just as a final fuck you, those fucking snakes broke the rudder. We can actually fix that, but it's just going to take some time, so there's that. So, basically, I can get us to port, no problem. But if you need us to go there faster, it seems like you all have a timetable. We're gonna need to figure out some creative things. second. So, I'm going to start having my men repair the rudder, and yeah, if you all can find a way to help us gain some ground, I'd love that. My men are just going to kind of do their best right now.
We might need some time to regroup as a group, but I can maybe help with the rudder possibly. Do they have to like go underneath the boat to do that? I can teleport. That might help make it move faster.
Actually, that'd be hugely useful. Yes. No, it's just smashed to shit. We need that put back there, and if you can teleport everything back there, that will make things go so much faster.
Absolutely, I'll help them.
And
I
this-
can enhance your crew's abilities, well, a certain number of them.
Oh, there's 8. There's currently 8 of us. So is it that many?
Wait, where is the
Easily.
rudder?
What?
Where is the rudder?
At the back of the ship, generally.
Is it under like? Listen. I don't do boats. Okay, man. It's like
Underwater at
underneath the
back
water,
of
right?
ship, much like every other rudder in existence.
Okay. Because then I would just if somebody needs to get down there and the risk of falling is great, I can make sure they just don't fall.
Okay, this is coming together beautifully already. Alright. Now, do any of you know anything about sailing, or managing line, or anything in that regard?
I'm going to be honest with you.
What was that?
I'll be honest with you, Mava. Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
If this was a land vehicle, maybe.
Is managing line anything like weaving?
Oh, God help us.
I can make a second one of me, but he can still only do so much that I can do.
So the
I
second
can-
one will still not be able to help with the line. Okay.
No.
Excellent news. Thank you all.
I can control water for 10 minutes at a time.
Okay, now we are talking.
I
So,
can do
as I
that
said,
30 minutes out of the day.
honestly, gonna make this a lot easier still at critical moments. So what we have here is I just have a bunch of obstacles. I'm not gonna put this in a traditional skill challenge because it's kind of just gonna take time anyway. So basically, the journey to Coral Point is going to take about 2.5 days currently. I'll say above board. Raised Dead takes 10 days.
Uh-huh.
The loss of the mainsail, the lack of crew, the storm, the rudder repair, all of that is adding a certain amount of time delayed to it. So every one of these obstacles that you can undo takes that penalty off the board, and every one of these things you can add a little bit extra to. Anything you can add extra to. For instance, you can't get the mainsail back, but you can make the smaller sail more efficient, or put more wind behind it, or whatever will kind of give you guys back a bit of time. Also, you can absolutely just not make it to shore in time to resurrect Sunny. Just gonna say that now. Talked about it with Eric. Absolutely possible.
Okay.
Hey, David, we know it's possible.
He's already got blood in the water, man.
We know we could miserably fail.
Thank goodness. As long as you guys knew.
Yeah, we're confident in that.
So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say probably each of those days, Byron will burn all of his 3rd level slots and 2 of his 2nd level slots to enhance whatever ability they need for an hour of the
Okay.
crew. Every member of the crew.
Okay. At a time that basically is going to... What task are you helping the crew with those abilities in? Just to kind of give it a little bit of panache.
It'll probably be the rudder. So, and given that they're probably having to go underwater for a while to help with the repairs, assuming none of them can breathe underwater, he'll probably increase their constitution which allows them to, hold their breath for longer.
Okay. And then
And gives
I'll
them
do
this
you
type more
one better.
endurance.
I'll do you one better, and Zeka will just cast water breathing on everyone.
okay.
All right, then he'll increase their strength.
to hold it in place. And you said that you were going to be kind of using your teleportation to kind of assist with that kind of darting back and forth there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming
there-
that underwater is dim.
Well, yeah, absolutely. The idea, it's actually brighter underwater for some reason. It's terrifying.
Wait.
So you're saying I
I-
could use my shield underwater?
I
Yeah,
thought I had
but
water breathing. I don't.
Never mind, it's back to Constitution.
Okay. And Kezia, were you just kind of playing with assisting them as well with kind of holding them up?
Yeah, I was just gonna cast Spider Climb, honestly.
Oh, okay. You
That
guys
was it.
have all the spells for this one. Okay, cool.
What would water walk help? Would that help? Because, but do they need to go below the water to get to the rudder, or? Okay,
Right,
so that
Adam?
probably. Go ahead.
Again,
The rudder would always be below water, correct?
there are parts of the rudder that you can access from above water, but a large part of the rudder will always be below water. Unless it's the type of rudder that you can pick up, which do exist, but 50-50 on that one.
I would assume that one is not on. I feel like a rudder that you could pick up and take out of the ship is not on a massive ship.
That's extremely fair, but I meant that you could retract upward. But I think that's a little high tech for this, so yeah.
I don't even know what a rudder is.
It would be.
I know, right? Me too.
It's a flat board on the back of the ship.
Adam? Ready for a lot of sail
Yeah.
and
The
questions?
steering wheel does.
It's literally all the steering wheel does is turn the rudder.
Checks out. You know what? That makes sense. I guess just thought the boat went whatever direction it went in because that's how I do Breath of the Wild.
The steering wheel is just for funsies.
I honestly never thought about it.
Yeah. 85% of the rock will always be underwater. The other 15% will be above.
Well,
Okay.
so my question is, would it be helpful if they could walk? Like, Adam, if you could walk on water, would that make repairing a rudder easier for you?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, then
Yeah.
then I do that.
From the mouth of babes.
I'll cast it on half the people repairing the rudder, so that half of them can be above and half of them can be below.
And then Byron is casting it on the other half that'll be below. Ode is teleporting to kind of facilitate like getting pieces, parts there, and kind of just holding shit in place. Kezia's casting Spider Climb for easier climb. Wow, you guys really fucking dominated this rudder.
Is there a
That's the first
is there a crow's nest of any kind or like any smaller nest on the front mast?
Not since it was knocked over. No, the front mast is pretty much just the sail.
I did want to jump in and say I think in terms of things that we could help with, fixing something I'm happy we're all coming together on that rather than produce wind. That was just very specific.
I actually don't have produce wind. I was trying to find that because that would be very helpful right now. But
So I feel like
make some
I
wind.
feel like producing wind. I have an idea for this, but
I had an idea too.
well, I feel like we need to figure out when the rudder gets fixed. I feel like just not having they're just pushing us in whatever direction the boat's currently facing.
Yeah, we need to fix the rudder first.
well, I'll say in the interim, while the rudder's being repaired, if we're ever like significantly drifting off course, like I'll just like be with Mava, and whenever she needs me to, I'll cast Control Water to veer us back on course, if that makes sense. So like, and I realize that that's like that is the interim mitigation to not having the rudder, right? But hopefully
Yeah.
that'll be enough to like sort of kind of keep us on track.
And I know I also want going on this, Adam, since you know the most about sailing here. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Would we be anchored right now to fix the rudder?
It would make life a lot easier to fix the rudder, but I don't know. Like, you can technically do it without being at anchor.
They're 100% gonna anchor this bee.
Oh.
They might have considered not doing it after you guys came together with like 5 different magical solutions, because they're just simple sailors, but at that point the anchor's already dropped.
Well, hang on. I mean, if they can spider climb, then they can be moving. They can literally attach themselves to the boat, and the boat can be moving, and they'll just stick to the boat. You know?
Maybe we could like convince them to move and fix the rudder, and that's like what we do to make up time.
Hey, David, would you say that
Byron.
this... What's up?
I was just, you can do your thing, and then I'll cycle.
Hey, David, would you say this boat is bigger than, say, a big fuck-off whale?
I don't like this. I don't like this question, man.
Just answer the question.
Hold on a
Are
second.
you, are you gonna fucking chariot this boat with a whale?
No, he's going to carry it on its back, that way they can also work off of its back.
This boat is slightly larger than a blue whale.
Damn it.
Well, hang
That's
on
a
though.
big boat.
But we could totally make a rope, like a long ass rope, throw it in the water, in the shape of a U, and then you could become a whale, put the rope in your mouth, and tow it.
No, no rope! No whale!
Note that I can only be a whale for 3 hours.
That's something?
That's 3 hours of you significantly increasing our speed every day. I think that's pretty substantial.
You know what? For each, like, government-mandated, like, 30-minute break, lunch break, and 30-minute break, Byron will turn into a whale and pull the boat whenever they're taking breaks from working on the ship.
Okay.
How long does it take for us to fix the rudder? Like, that's the real question here, though, too.
Between the teleporting, the spider climbing, the water walking, and the advanced abilities, I'm going to say that what would have been probably like a multi-hour job only ends up taking like 2 hours.
So we don't have to
Nice.
worry about this multiple days. We can just...
Like, I cannot stress how much you guys fucking obliterated that particular challenge. Holy fuck.
And also
So
on
we
top
don't
of that, like, at the end of the day, it's a rudder. It's like a plank of wood. There's not a whole lot.
Well, I feel like Byron can still keep pulling us in case that moves us faster than the wind, too.
Currently, you guys are still in the storm, so they don't have the sails up. So if Byron were, pulling as a whale, it would almost assuredly kind of gain you a bit of time.
Alright, Byron will go, alright. He'll take off his boots, jog, swan dive into the ocean, and then turn into a whale.
Wait, no, Byron, we didn't make the rope yet. Okay.
Byron, with
No, I
the...
was making it right here.
Luckily, whales are relatively intelligent.
Just zoom
Okay.
around, just
So,
doing donuts.
Now we need a really long
Just drag us in tunnels.
so how much hempen rope does everyone have on the character sheets?
I think 50 feet.
And how much rope do we... I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I genuinely want to figure out as a party, how much rope do we think we need to have?
We ask like the sailors. Like, why don't
Oh,
we get Mava?
yes. Why don't we ask the maker about how much rope we need to tow the boat with by a whale?
In all fairness,
You
there's
would
probably a
know
lot of
that. She's
extra
a
rope.
sailor.
There's probably a lot of extra rope now because they probably had spare rope to go ahead and make sure that we had the big mast tied down and like various things associated with that. So like, there's no big mast. We don't need to worry about that rope that we need
Yeah,
to
and
apply
really,
to
how
that.
much rope did they use to tie up their dead crewmates? Probably not too much.
No.
Every
It's
time
actually
I
the
say it,
people
we call it
about
rope instead of line. Adam loses a year off his life.
Come again?
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Now, we need to figure out where are the strongest parts of the ship.
There was damage to the hull. So,
You say we can't just ask the sailors.
Mava, we need your help.
Yeah, what you need. Just as
Okay.
long as you're about towing a whale. Good lord, this ship isn't weighted for blue whale.
Oh, shit.
Look, can we tow Can we consider how one might tow the ship with a whale?
This is not what I was expecting today.
You can always count on that with us.
Are you guys seeing the whales in the water?
That was Maeva speaking the voice of God.
Yeah, Maeva, do you think it's a good... I understand our friend just jumped into the water and turned into a whale. Is that anything?
I mean, I get the towing it, just... Hold on, do whales need air?
Yes.
They're technically mammals, but they actually can hold their air for, I believe it's, oh my gosh.
It's a very long time.
Yeah.
Like
I
40
just
minutes.
learned this. Let me look at my notes.
Also, if I'm towing
It's like
the
an
boat,
hour
I'm
or
going to be
something
near
like
the
that.
surface.
Spend 90 minutes hunting underwater before, and you only are doing it in hour increments. God damn it.
Sucker.
I want you guys to... I want 3 of you to make sleight of hand checks to see the strength of these ropes.
Food.
Oh, can I help?
3 of you.
Character sheet.
I'm one of them.
Can I whale song a bardic inspiration?
I'm sleight of handsing this.
Fucking me.
That is the strongest rope.
You just swear not for sure.
Rolling.
I'll be back.
And then she keeps being like, Kezia, isn't it so valuable that I have some weaving abilities? I think it's making me really good at it. And Kezia's just like making like parachute grade rope.
We realized because he's like
You just made the Gordian knot.
Kezia's very good at this. This is her job, okay?
Good
Morak
reference,
sees.
David.
Morak will see that there's a section that still needs to be tied, and he cracks his knuckles and is like, "Okay, I got this."
Please, natural one.
Oh god, it actually was.
At least it balances itself out.
Morak picks up 2 ends of rope. Wait, I don't got this. Puts them down, walks away,
No. Morak
He
ties
shoves 2 ends of frayed ropes together.
and he's like, "What else is doing it?" He's like watching Kezia, and he's like, "Yep, doing the same thing."
No, he ties the ends that are not supposed to be together. And so it's like, dude, what did you do?
He spends
It's
8
just a
hours
random
trying to tie the
hole.
little phrase together in knots.
Morak's makes are actually really good rope, but it's just a circle. So he ties it together and he just made a big hoop.
Takes you guys so long to deal with this from Morak. Not because it's not ready, but just because, Byron, you're out there waiting. After an hour passes, you're wondering why only 2 of the ropes are actually ready, and you get on board, and you see Morak just, like, huddled in the corner, like, why won't it work? Why won't it work?
At least it balances itself out.
He's just mashing 2 together.
Like, whenever Morak makes
He's
a
just
knot, he
slamming
then
them
tries
together.
to pull it taut to see if it's tight, and he just rips it apart each time.
Like, it balances itself out. Natural 20, natural 1, 32, and 2.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna have a... Ode, because you're the one who was in the middle, roll just a d20 to see if you succeed.
It's gonna show up as Morak, but this is me.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
God
wow.
damn.
The definition of like the fucking like one kid just rode the project to an A, but he contributed absolutely nothing to it.
Kezia's 32, probably helps us out.
Yep.
Oh my god, Morak, what the hell are you doing here?
These are my all coach.
They're like,
just not
He's a leader, not a weaver.
Oh my god. Yeah, you guys with Byron towing several hours at a time are able to kind of start getting between the rudder being repaired in record time and this. You're honestly feeling pretty good about the timetable for this. You're making up like several hours at a time of what the journey would be. Again, when you guys are kind of off from sending Byron out to do his daily cardio, you're still slowed down owing to the fact that there is only one mast, and it is significantly smaller than what you are used to, but
Oh, also, David, by the way, actually it's 4 hours because I forgot that I now have a 5th level spell slot.
I hate you.
Yeah.
So
Good
it's
question,
5 hours
David.
at a time?
Hmm?
How many is it? 4 or 5 hours?
4 hours. Because
4
Polymorph
hours.
doesn't get affected by the high upper level
4
cast.
hours every day. Fuck.
In the time where Byron's taking his mandatory lunch break, Ode's gonna, in order to contribute to the win situation, gonna go to Auntie Ava and say, I know we haven't really talked much, and I'm so sorry about the loss you've experienced, and we're so grateful of your dedication to getting to port to help us, and I don't want to be rude when I ask this, but during that fight, you did a lot of really amazing moves where you used wind. If that's something you can do on like a daily basis.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can. kind of weird. Kind of weird how I forgot about that.
Well,
You know, I mean,
distinctly.
we've experienced so much, and that's why I didn't want to be rude. But it's like I have this ability to teleport. I forget about it all the fucking time. So
It's just
Crazy. You
extreme.
kind of internalize it after a point, but it's like, yeah, I can just do that whenever.
We just
Wait,
need
hold on
Maeve to take a nice 8-hour nap, and then she can do it again.
That does remind me, we are going to have to settle up the matter of who's paying for that main mast.
absolutely, we probably won't have a lot of money right now, but want to make sure you get paid back because you have done so much for us.
You shouldn't have said that. Why did you say that? You just
No,
told
no.
me you can't
You
pay.
guys don't know what you just saved yourself from. Mary, great work. Great work. I'm going to just take off. You notice as you say that, the storm instantly begin to lighten and fade. Within moments of you saying that, the clouds begin to part. As you remember, this is a woman who worships the god of the sea and storms, and you would have just pissed her off royally.
I mean, Ode wants to pay her back, absolutely. Ode just knows that Byron said we have to buy an expensive diamond, just doesn't want to say, like, we're giving you our dead friend diamond money to pay you back.
Dead friend diamond money, the best kind of money. Funerals taken care of. Yeah, I would say currently with Byron acting as the towboat for 4 hours out of the day, and then kind of with Maeva. Hold on, I need to look at Maeva's character sheet to see how much she is actually doing.
Who's
I think
typing?
we have to, like,
Gust of wind, she can do
Yeah.
that.
second level and 2/3, 3/3,
3/3.
and it's a second. Oh, right.
It's a second level spell, so that should be 6 of them. Let me make sure, as for that. It's 1 minute. Okay.
So not, like, super long.
It's like
So-
1 minute of like really freaking good wind.
Yeah, but like, you know, you use that at the right time and you like ride the momentum for a while after.
Yeah, she knows that. She's a sailor. You don't have to mansplain it to her.
Artuk.
Wow, toe whale was really something that got me. I'm blown away by it.
I'm impressed
Oh, well.
that Byron thought the question of, is this ship bigger than a whale?
Okay.
And-
So currently it is a 2.5-day journey. You got past that delay pretty quickly. There's still a massive delay for that. Sorry, I have to do rapid math right now. Wow, you guys really just fucking obliterated this. Wow. Okay, good for you.
Got you, Homer.
I am going to just need. Okay, this is gonna be the last part because you guys kind of knocked this out of the water. I'm going to ask.
You mean blew it out of the water?
Yeah. Oh my god, the boat, no! I just want you guys to all make a just one.
Wait, we had one more idea to contribute to.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so once we get our good wind died down. Once Byron's back in the ship after being a whale, being very tired from being a whale. See Morak just flipping through his book, thinking, scribbling. It's like, oh shit, this might work. And then he goes over to Auntie Mava and tells her what he's going to do, but I'm not going to tell her right now. And then, just for the scene, then he smacks his hands together, puts them on the ground, full metal alchemy smile, and then makes a dust devil show up, which is just a big old monster.
No, it says it's a cube of air.
It's a big cube of air that just spins around. He's gonna have it just like constantly be pushing the main sail.
For 1 minute.
For 1 minute.
Twice a day.
Twice a day. And he's just gonna look around and be like, I did that. Look at like Mava might have acceleration, but I got velocity, baby.
I think, okay, as Morak does that, just because it's funny, Zeka will be like, "Oh, that's really cool. I'll do something similar," and then he'll use a 5th level spell to summon Celestial. And for an hour, the Celestial will push the boat from behind with a flying speed.
That's amazing!
I hate all of you. Do you know how much I had this stacked against you, and I just didn't take into account summons? Or polymorph? What the fuck?
Or the fact that Ode teleports.
You're right. Ode did teleport, and also Ode did stop the fucking storm from getting worse by not being greedy. Good work.
You see Morak see this happen, and then just start walking away, being like, fucking summon a god, but can't fucking punch the mushroom monster. Yes, god, fucking stupid. I got fucking wrecked by this dude. He summoned a god, is stupid. He's like swearing under his breath, all in Orchid.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have controlled water, so the fucking coral reef is really not an issue, huh? Yeah, you'll just use it for that, as you said. Huh.
Mhm.
Well.
Would you like to describe the coral reef, David?
It's a coral
Like
reef.
we're approaching it and we're like, oh, what do we do? It might wreck up the ship.
Yeah.
As you guys approach it, you're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? You're gonna wreck the ship!
Then Zeka says, "Not on my watch," and shifts the boat slightly to the left.
Whoa!
Luckily, this coral reef was
What?
just an iceberg. It's not like a reef that goes along the coast of something, so we could easily just go around it.
Yeah, but this is the only way.
Oh, okay.
I think during Byron's time off, his court mandatory lunch breaks, he'll just go around to the party and to the crew and be like, "Wait, do any of you guys know how to woodwork and know how to make little guys out of wood or anything?"
No, the ship's carpenter died during the attack, so we don't.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, we do have cards though. We're in the middle of a game of what did I call it? Of Salt and Steel. It just looks like Gwent. It's just ocean-themed Gwent.
Nice.
From The Witcher.
Exactly, yeah, it's just strictly Gwent. You see, it's top deck, lower deck, sea, it's strictly that.
It looks a lot like Gwent. I may hop in on the next round, but let me ask my party if they know how to make
Start
little.
dragging Byron to throw him overboard.
Sorry.
Alright, hold on. Are you trying to play Gwent with or play Salt and Steel with the crew?
He does have proficiency in cards.
God damn you. God damn you. I can't win with this. How do you always have the answer?
Bard, baby.
Okay, I have a quick question before you get into this card game, though. So, when you're a whale, like whales, right? They burn 50,000 calories a day, and they have to constantly be eating to replenish it.
Hey,
Does that
for the boat.
does that translate when you transform back?
I love the idea that Byron has to come back, and like we like learn pretty quickly that we have to get Presley involved, and he just comes back to like a pile of like peanut butter on bread, like just like already peeled bananas.
Eats.
They have about double the rations they need now, so you could probably gorge a bit.
Oh jeez.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I never loved peanut butter more in my life. I'm so fucking hungry.
Amateur hour.
You still somehow managed to gain weight because peanut butter's so calorie dense.
Yeah, Byron's live figure now. He's got a little bit of a pudge.
Damn it. Even after burning all those calories.
You weren't the amount of peanut butter you've been consuming.
Did I at least get some gains?
Oh man,
Like-
you're fucking
Yeah.
Well, but the thing is, the whale
great.
uses its tail to propel you, right? So all the
your
gains
tailbone
are in your
is
ass.
fucking is
I got a
sculpted as hell.
Dong.
Like, just the
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, you're dummy thick now, which means you have disadvantage on stealth.
but advantage on persuasion checks.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Sorry, I feel like I add like a. I'm always like interjecting with my laughter because I enjoy our friends so much.
Oh yes, David, what does my 26 in cards get me?
You're a fucking card shark. You know that, Byron? You're a son of a bitch. You've played this game before. You have your own deck of it. And you're one of those really asshole decks where it's like, oh, I'm losing all in the first round. You want to know why? Because you just jacked up their first round, and then you had every card you could possibly want. You basically played a mill deck, and you're an asshole for it.
Which is Carson's usual Steve
Yes.
anyway.
Yeah.
And what's frustrating is it is almost perfectly built. You're basically missing one card from it, and no one knows where that card is. It's a legendary drop.
Damn. I've just been really searching for this one card, but no matter how many packs I open, I just can't get it. Do you guys have it by chance? I'd be willing to trade like a few of my other cards.
Called off.
Alright, fair enough.
But yeah, as you fucking smoke the the sailors, I'm gonna roll to see if they lose morale from how much you fucking dominate them. No, they're actually pretty good sports about the whole thing. Alright, you got the crew back on board. Great. Every fucking challenge. Woo. Huh. Well.
I wanted to say at some point, like, we'll probably invite whoever wants you to like go talk to Artuk, but like we can do that at whatever point would work well for you in describing our travel, David.
Honestly, this point works pretty well. It's just kind of like we're wrapping up now with as far as the travel goes, so like this is a perfect moment.
Yeah, I think I kind of envision it like at the end of the day, or at whatever point in the day we want. Like we're kind of describing like, maybe like saying like, oh, like I worked on the rudder, and this is what we were like. Byron's talking about being a whale, and once the conversation kind of comes to an end, Ode's kind of like hunches her shoulders, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna go find Artuk. If anyone wants to also. And just kind of open invitation to anyone to talk to Artuk.
Sure, I'll join.
I think Zeka will look up and like look like he's about to say something, but then he'll kind of ponder for a moment, and then he'll kind of fall back into himself and get caught in a thought loop, and just turn away.
Morak will come with you on our trip.
Cassie just turns her back.
Before walking away, Ode will say to her, should we talk to Zeka first?
I think he just needs time.
Yeah. Okay. And is Byron coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so you know where he is.
Oh yeah, here, let me show you guys.
He's just hiding behind the peanut butter.
Well, at least he's been eating. That was one of my worries.
Can we find Artak?
Yep, and you guys find Artuk thusly. He is, as foretold, secluded in a more isolated part of the lower decks near a jar of peanut butter.
Just eating it and crying.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. I'm not making that character choice.
Artuk, what did they see as you arrive?
Adam.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
if you
take-
want, maybe Zeka and Kezia talk. If Adam went through like a dead zone.
I,
He might be.
I,
Maybe
I
he's in a
think we
tunnel.
can paint an image of him naked, covered in peanut butter.
Does he slap his someone and go, ah?
Yeah. Ah,
Okay, we're gonna jump over to Zeka instead while we wait for. Oh no, Artuk's back.
Adam.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. You are a robot.
No, that one's gone.
Ouch.
Too soon.
Adam, are you there? If you're with us, give us a sign.
The worst possible moment for Adam to have said that we do this.
God damn it. Okay.
Let's
Well,
let's do another scene and see if maybe he gets to a more
yeah.
signal-rich area.
Yeah.
so, Starlight, wow, that was a great conversation with Artak.
Yeah, I'm really glad we were able to talk through
It
everything.
really just pushed the plot forward. Anyway, let's go see what Mava's doing.
But did we want to do a Kezia Zeka scene?
Well, this is what the three of us are doing.
Oh, okay.
Those two can do whatever they want. We're gonna go talk to Mava. I'm just playing. And that was impressive.
Zeka, is you guys gonna have a talk, or are you guys just going to vibe next to each other?
No, Kezia's gonna just. I don't. I'm not certain how to deal with all this, but I know how much Sunny meant to you. I know that we're looking to get him back. And I want to support that with everything in my being.
Mhm.
Have you thought about the possibility of it not working?
Eh. Yes. Of course I have. And at this point, it's not an option.
Okay.
And you just, like, he doesn't even face you to say it. He's just, like, faced forward, and you just see fire in his eyes. And you don't need an insight check. You just feel this, like, utter, just burning, like, determination, but also, like, anger and rage. And you've seen it before when he's gotten particularly emotional, and you've seen it when he's gotten very, like, into a fight and in kind of murdery mode, but right now it's like evolved to a different level than it was before.
I know we don't really have the stuff to do it as much here, but would you teach me how to bake?
Zeka softens a little bit at you saying that.
I know originally you were just going to teach me how to do some first aid, but you were very good at it, and it might be a good idea to focus a little bit differently for a bit. Just relax.
Zeka will turn to face Kezia, and he says, "After I've brought him back, yes."
I'll just put Bailey between the two of us and kind of go quiet and just pet Bailey.
Where is Milosh?
I think, like, Zeka's got the. At this, I'm assuming this is a break between like control waters and casting spells and stuff, and like we're kind of like resting right now and getting ready for the next part of the journey. But Zeka's like, his legs are curled up into his chest and his arms are wrapped around his legs, and you see he's got one hand out and Milosh is just kind of wandering over his fingertips, almost like a, you know, like a bug that you're like rotating your hand so that it keeps crawling on your hand repeatedly. Got that kind of a thing going on, and he's not really paying attention to that, and he's more so just he's withdrawing in every sense of the word.
That does remind me, Pumpernickel does go after Byron's boot once again.
I forgot about that thing. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Stop!
I think
Become a whale just to crush you, Pumpernickel.
Oh, you want to do that voice to Zeka?
What'd you say?
No, nothing.
I think Zeka will half-heartedly try to like entertain / train Pumpernickel, but like you can tell his heart's not in it. Just like randomly throughout the trip.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh, thank God. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So I've been able to hear every word you guys are saying. It just wouldn't give you anything I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually very clear now.
Oh, nice. Delightful.
Eric just stepped away to the restroom, but I'm sure he'll be right back but I don't know if Byron.
Oh, I'm here. I'm back. Side note, while we wait, animate objects is bonkers.
Animate objects? Yeah, I'm aware.
It's almost like it's one of the most broken spells in the entire fucking game.
Sorry, David.
Do what you must. I will hit back. I will clap back just as hard.
If it makes you feel any better, the main reason was because I was like, damn, this would really bring Byron's storytelling to life.
Oh, you bastard! I can't even fault that.
Like fucking Kubo and the Strings.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll do it as it comes up. Just don't be a jackass.
I'll try
As
not
for
to.
the Artuk, you, Byron, Morak, and Ode kind of approach towards where you are. What do they see as they approach? As they approach you, other than a jar of peanut butter.
Cheers.
Other than a half-empty jar of peanut butter that I've been eating out of. Which is bizarre for me to say, let me tell you. No, they probably Arctic has been fairly despondent with regards to any kind of interaction over the past couple of days, more than the bare minimum. I'd say he probably hasn't just sat in one place the whole time or anything like that. He's probably been around and like done small tasks and things like that to help people out here and there, but also just like kept a distance and not really engaged in much of what's been going on. So at this point, he probably just has an area down below where he goes to. Or he's been
We
going.
were ignoring Artuk for days, by the way. Like, I want to make that clear. Like, not like 1 week later, all right, Artuk, you're out of isolation.
Yeah, no, I imagine this is like, like 24 hours later at most.
Yeah, okay. Perfect.
But, I probably am still spending a significant amount of time just like finding a quiet away wall to lean against and just thinking a little bit about things. And so you guys probably just approach Artuk sitting against a wall.
Wait there, lad?
Y'all, if you don't mind, step back.
Artek's
Spores are getting
turning
to him.
into some robot.
So, don't be too soon to be making jokes about Sunny.
I think he's gone.
Oh no.
He's like in and out, in and out.
Oh, rip.
Oh,
Yes.
We heard that.
We heard the y'all.
If you're talking, we can't hear you right now.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Tragic.
Well,
howdy.
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 Yeah, don't get too close, y'all. That doesn't seem to go too well for people.
Oh, right.
Sorry, Eric, what are you doing?
I was trying to make sure.
Oh. Sorry, Eric was messing with our settings.
No worries, you guys fine, right?
Well, how are you feeling after that?
It's... I don't know what to do, but it's not gone.
Shit.
I don't fucking know. It's here. It didn't work. It was a waste.
We didn't get to the tree that we're supposed to talk to yet. We can still do that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I don't fucking even... I don't know. I don't care for me anymore at this point. It's just, I don't want to hurt anybody again. It fucking sucks. I don't get it. I have no fucking clue why this whole thing happened to me. I don't know what a fucking blight is. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it picked me. I don't know why I've been fucking played. I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking do anything. I'm so... I don't even know. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it's gonna walk towards Artuk and kind of like tentatively, but still, after a moment, firmly like put her arm around him.
Artuk visually recoils, but then when you do, I think perhaps in a moment of selfishness for himself, leans into it and starts just crying. It's just, it's not fair. Why me? What is it? What does it want?
It's not fair, Artuk. It's horrible, but this blight isn't you, and we all do want to be cautious, but it's not you that's causing any of this, and you have to know that. Like, even however terrible it is that it's happening to you, we're all there with you in being upset over that, but you can't be upset with yourself.
That scares me even more, though, because everybody who's helped me since this whole thing started got hurt. And this happening all over again. I thought I was stronger and better now, but it just keeps happening. I know the blight's not me or anything like that, but I can decide to, I don't have to keep being friendly with people. I don't have to keep relying on other folks. Like, every time I do, it just hurts. That's what, I can't not be mad at myself, because I'm the one who chose to reach out anyway, even knowing that I'd be a curse like this.
Artuk, you're not a curse.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I think if befriending something gets you hurt, it's probably a curse. That's the whole idea of a curse. It's something that hurts you if you get too close to it.
Byron will approach and put a firm hand on his shoulder and say, Artuk, we choose to be with you because we enjoy being around you. You're not a curse.
Tell that to Sonny. Tell that to Zeka. I'm sure he knows I am.
Byron will just squeeze his shoulder and say, you are not a curse. We are here to help you because we all care and love you. And it hurts us to see you acting like this.
I don't know what to do. I don't know why. There's so many questions. I don't have any answers. I don't even know what we're going to do is going to work. And I think, Sonny's dead, and that needs to be solved first, no matter what. But I also don't want to be around.
We kind of lost you a little bit, Adam.
Yeah, we lost you there.
We're really in poor taste.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Somewhat.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to help.
Adam,
Sorry, that was painful.
that
Yeah.
was just nothing. It sounded like a 4-year-old on a piano with the synth setting on.
Oh god.
Now.
So accurate.
Exactly what it
Is it-
sounded like. It was-
Adam, talk again?
Is it any better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. I can't help. I don't want to even cast the spell anymore. I don't want to do anything. My friend is hurting and dead, and I can't do jack shit about it. And I'm just a liability. I don't know.
I mean, I think the reason we're at a loss for words is because we don't know either. But that's not a reason to give up. I think you're right. Maybe we shouldn't cast a spell right now, but I guess we just have to keep pushing forward.
All any of us ever can do.
All I know for sure right now is I'm living on time that was gifted to me, and I don't want to shove that gift away. It was, the reason I'm up and moving around right now is because somebody really wanted me up and moving around and cared about that. I recognize that, and I don't want to do that injustice, and so I'm going to keep trying for that. But I don't have a whole lot of my own motivation left in me after that one. I don't know what to think or say or do anymore. I'm gonna keep just trying to do it because Sonny thought that I could, obviously. I'm not sure I know how to be Artuk right now all that well, but I'm at least gonna try to be Sonny's last wish for a little while.
The most I can think, Artuk, is that flight was so fucking scary. And if you can think that if you can keep pushing forward and not pull away, and we can get it solved in you, then maybe there's a way that we can get it solved. We were reading about so many people who've had to go through this, and they would run away, they would try to kill themselves. Sorry. They would seek help. All of them ended with tragedy and the blight continuing. And if you pushing through means that we can find a way to make sure that this doesn't have to happen to anyone else, maybe that's the thing we can hold on to for hope.
You got a point, I would. All y'all, thanks. You know how much it hurt? I was watching the whole time. I can still see it when I heard all y'all. And Artuk is just gonna fucking break down crying and just muttering, like, thank you every now and then through tears.
We're gonna squeeze her shoulder again before joining Ode in the hug. around Artuk. We all love you, Artuk.
I love you too. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you. I'll try. I'll try. You're right, Odin. I'll try. We're gonna get this thing so nobody else has to see what I saw. Ever.
Yeah.
And I think Artuk will stand up and, like, take a deep breath and wipe some tears. And I'll, like, join with you guys and follow you wherever you go from there.
Artuk rejoins the party.
You know, you never split the party.
No, I'm sorry if I dominated that. I didn't mean to.
I genuinely don't even like. I kept thinking of things so that people would talk, and I'm like, well, I can't say that anymore. Okay, I can't say that anymore. So Morag looked intently as they were doing this from the other side of the room with his arms crossed. And if you looked at Morag, you would think, I don't know what he's thinking right now. And
I think-
the audience might not realize that either.
I think Artuk, I mean, even if he didn't say a word, noticed and appreciated what it meant that he was standing there.
Oh, yeah.
Morak just got lost on his way to the peanut butter stores. And he was like,
He just walked in and was like, oh shit.
I'll be strong silent. That'll distract them while I inch my way towards that delicious, delicious peanut butter.
It's like there was a funny scene in Survivor last season where like two of the LGBTQ character or LGBTQ contestants they made it to the merge, and one was talking about how they were talking about their own life experiences, and one was talking about how he's always had trouble living in his own skin and his family never accepted him. And then Omar is the guy walking by and he's like, "Oh hi guys, can I join you?"
It's a funny scene. I think as they get up, are you guys walking above deck to help out?
I take that as a yes with the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You got-
sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were asking us.
I think Morag's gonna like stay behind to start. Like, he's probably disheveled right now since he stayed. He didn't get sleep the night before. He might have got a full night's rest, but he's probably gonna go change and be in our quarters, and he's gonna put on his helmet and look at Sunny's body. As long as no one's around, he's gonna maybe investigate the body a little bit.
As you look over, currently nothing, or currently no one is there.
Okay. I'm gonna put on my mind flare helmet and see if I can, because it used to be that whenever I would look at Sunny, I could see him perfectly because of the psionics.
You see, at the very center where his arcane core is, you see a little, like, blip. The rest of him, not a thing.
Okay, I want to, out of morbid curiosity, I think I'm gonna open up his chest and see if there's anything in there. Any?
Yep, you see something in there. Hold on a second, I need to find it real quick.
Oh,
Where did he put this? You see a note fall out. Like a written letter. Need to find where he put it for me. Here it is. Yeah, just on a slip of paper, you see a note. Do you read it?
yes.
Zeka, thank you for being my friend. Here's a recipe I've been working on from what I saw you do. I call them friendship gigabytes. 1 flour, 1 baking soda, 1 baking powder, 0.5 salt, 3 bananas, 0.75 white sugar, 0.3 butter, 1 egg, 0.3 brown sugar. Bake and eat. Share them with the others.
Morak wipes away the tears a little bit. Puts it into like his little pocket. I'm assuming on his shirt.
Yep.
And he's gonna look a little bit more intensely at the core. Can you describe what it looked like, what the core and everything looked like again?
Sure. Give me 1 second. There is a particular.
David, that one got me.
That one is all Eric Glaze.
What are the units?
I thought that too.
Hey, that's just Eric Glaze. That's just him thinking how a recipe works.
It looks very similar to like the Dynamo Core from Skyrim, like this, where it's like constantly like oscillating a little bit. There are kind of flashing components, and it's kind of like surrounded in almost like a almost like fiber optic cage around it with like different like wires and tubes connecting outward, almost in a way similar to like the different like arteries like for like a heart, like leading it off into different areas.
I think he's just gonna investigate that a little bit, maybe. I don't. He's like It's still turning.
Still turning. It's slower than it was before, but it hasn't stopped. And it doesn't seem. It's been long enough that you don't think it's just from momentum carrying it. Like this thing is still turning and going on its own.
Was the one that was in the genie's house also just like this, or was still turning?
That one was not turning, but it was the exact same design.
Okay. Morak takes his bag and just dumps everything he can on the floor. And just, like, scatters around his tools and pieces of metal just to see whatever the magic enhancing metal was. He'll pick up some of that and put it near the core.
Kind of gives, like, a faint little hum. Like, if you get really close to, like, an old CRT TV, that kind of, like, hum, and it kind of picks up just a little bit. Kind of like a whirring sound.
So, like, a little piece kind of like the core starts speeding up, or
the core starts like turning a little faster if you put the kind of the malachite, whichever.
Yeah, Malekith is a boss from Elden Ring.
Oh.
Anyway. The Xanthanite can store magic. The Malachite suppresses magic. I just pulled up the thing right now. Doesn't matter.
Whichever one is suppressing magic is the opposite. Like that is not the one.
Yeah, the Xanthanite makes it speed up because that one is imbued with magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Morak like fumbles around and grabs as much of it as he can, and like puts it near it, and like just thinks for a second, and goes over to Zeka's bag and Artuk's bag just to see if they have some in there. He like dumps their shit on the ground and tries to, because I think Morak actually had all of it, but he was just hoping they might have had some. And then, I'm guessing to no avail, nothing happens.
It whirs a little faster, but it doesn't seem to have any other immediate effect. And then Sunny shoots you with his Eldritch Blast. No.
Okay. I shield it, and then I don't know. Morak is just frantic, and then he realizes nothing is gonna do it. He just like, damn it, and he just like hits Sonny's corpse, shuts his chest cavity, and then just like sits there and sobs to himself for a minute.
Okay.
We are a moody bunch.
You are a bunch of moody bastards.
I didn't do any of it the last session, so I gotta bring it in now.
Fair
Oh
enough.
yeah, I already cried twice.
Yeah.
I feel like the fact that like Morak didn't until now is like so telling and fitting though. Like that hit.
Yeah.
He's
That
got to
beat
keep
it.
all those emotions inside of him until he dies. Like a
He's a
good
man.
orc boy.
Morak's a man, he had to hide it and not let anyone see.
Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know.
Mm-hmm.
Now they know.
Then I guess after a while, he'll clean up everybody's stuff. And then go back to the deck. And he'll probably put on the helmet and practice on deck with it, just moving around, seeing. Mainly to conceal how red his eyes are.
Okay. Absolutely, that will be done. Just as kind of this winds down, and as you guys, you made up. It was still a slow journey relative to what it ought to have been, but between the whale towing, the Celestials, the Dust Devils, the gusts, the everything to kind of facilitate this, you guys made pretty good time. And I texted this to Eric Glaze. So Sunny died October 14th. You guys get in on October 22nd. So above table, you have a little bit of time left.
Wait, sorry. Could you repeat the last date?
1 second.
So we have 2 days. We have 2 days.
And you guys arrive on October 22nd, and it's probably approaching 2 p.m.
Approaching what?
2 p.m. Sunny
And
died at
what
about
time?
3 in the morning.
This is some math.
That whole battle happened at night?
Yeah, you guys got woke up halfway through your rest, yeah.
Hey,
For
David,
some
did I
reason,
use...
I pictured that in daylight. I don't know why.
I think the map would help that. What was that, Carson?
Quick question. Would I have had to use all 4 of my hours of whale time to get us there?
I mean, on each individual. Okay. Hold on. Do you?
Yeah, I'll just
Actually-
use all 4 hours.
All right. Then you burn your stuff, but yeah, you guys arrive at about 2 p.m. into the fine city of Coral Point.
I'll just go ahead and say that all of my 4th and 5th level spells are spent, since on the last day it would have made sense for us to want to like be really pushing to get there. Actually, maybe not my 5th level. I would keep my 5th level.
Okay. But yeah, as you guys enter into the wider bay that surrounds Coral Point, you guys are treated to a bit of traffic to and fro. Your ship being so fucked up is a very large contrast. You see, it's like pleasure boats, like super well groomed, like small ships that are like look immaculate with like these fantastical designs on at the headpiece of it, and then like the little party pontoon boats just going out and about. And then your guys' cracked and warped ship that just looks like it is like on the verge of sinking all the time. It's a bit of a contrast. But pulling up, you don't see anything that immediately kind of sets off any alarms. as you kind of pass inward, I'm going to draw it on the map just so you guys see the route you take. Up. Nope, that didn't show. Okay. As you guys kind of cycle your way in, you begin to pass. There is one major building. It looks massive, almost akin to like the Colosseum of Rome, right here. And above it, you see in just suspended in the air and like tilting in almost the wind and like cycling through, you see just a large sign saying Rocky Carniblast, Gauntlet of Wonder. Tickets on sale tomorrow. Just all over it, and then just like little illusions of like sparks and fireworks going off. It doesn't take a trained eye to tell that physically makes no sense, so that must be magic. But it is striking that it is such a big showing right there through the center of town, or over this massive building in the town. Yeah, as you guys are able to pull up, do you guys have any questions or last things you do? Otherwise, we're just going to kind of move into the final, like, you arriving.
I was gonna say, like, as we're approaching the port, if Byron's done being a whale, I would say, like, Ode is like, let's all gather below deck and look at the game plan. If there's time for that reasonably, David.
Yeah, and on one of the days, like one of the later days, Morag would have given Zeka the note from Sunny. But you know what? No, he didn't. We already fast forwarded that. I was too busy making a dust devil twice a day.
You put it back in Sunny's chest for Zeka to discover later.
No, I kept it in my chest pocket.
Oh, okay.
Mine
Fucked
now.
up. Hugely fucked up.
Kind of whack, but all right.
I think when Ode's kind of like having people meet, if she finds Zeka like by himself before saying like, "Hey, we're all meeting," Ode will kind of like tense up her shoulders and go to Zeka and say, "Zeka, I don't think there will ever be a right time for this, and I want to say it now that I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that you were in that situation. I'm so sorry I picked, and we will get Sunny back, and I know you are going to do everything to get him back, and I want to do everything too."
It's what he wanted. It's okay.
Can Ode hug Zeka?
Zeka tenses up. He doesn't refuse it, but he doesn't return it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think she would notice that pretty quickly and then stop and look embarrassed and walk away.
And
But I think she did want to say it, so play into low charisma there.
and you can tell, like, Zeka feels like he looks guilty. Like, he's not... He's very conflicted and confused, I think.
Okay. Okay, but then I think she did. Oh, and then she walked back in the room. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I was asking everyone to come over so that we could come up with a game plan. And then she like puts her hand in her face and like walks away. Like, I'm so dumb. Why did I pick that?
And Zeka's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll come over. And actually, I hate to do this, but I did have a scene that I was planning on doing, David. Is there a way we can, like, retcon a little bit? Okay.
I say now, like, I'm the DM. Like, yeah, go for it.
Yes, go for it.
late at night, one night,
Hey, wait. Can I set the scene when Ode asks us all to get together, blow back to come with a game plan? Mark will say, "Man, it's been a crazy 5 days. Let's all go over our favorite memories from these past 5 days,
Oh, theater's mine.
just in case anybody wanted to do anything."
Zeka.
So Zeka will think back and think, what was my favorite? And blue. Late one night, like maybe like 4. I don't know, like just very, very late into the night. I think maybe Artuk has been restless. And it, you can confirm or deny this, but this is just how I imagine the scene is. And maybe Artuk like opens his eyes, and he opens his eyes to see Zeka just staring at him and sitting there.
Like how close?
What'd you say?
Is that how close?
It's like you roll over to your other side, and it's like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 feet. And Zeka's just like and it's like his turn to keep watch, and he's just very intently staring at Artuk, specifically.
Does he have like anything in his hands? Is he like?
No, he's just staring.
Is there an immediate threat to it, or just an intense stare?
You feel. Well, I don't know. I guess you can. Should he roll insight, or should I just tell him, David?
Your call.
I guess roll insight.
All right, somebody roll a d20 plus 8 for me.
It's a low DC. So you'll probably.
I've got Artuk's sheet pulled up.
Natural 20.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or that. All right, David.
Yeah, well, this is the day of natural 20s, not in a fight.
You don't feel like immediate threatening intent by any means, but the general vibe that you get is just, if I see anything, like I'm not hesitating.
I think I'm gonna kind of meet your eye, and there will be a look of recognition from me, like the natural 20 insight, but on my face. And I'm gonna sort of harden for a moment, and then soften for a moment, and just meet your gaze. You can do it if you want. I won't stop you. You'd be doing me a favor. It's Sonny you'd be hurting then. He's the one who asked for it.
You say that?
I do.
I think, assuming everyone else is asleep, and like, I think for the sake of the scene, unless someone really wants to wake up, like, everyone else just stays asleep and it's just me and Artuk. But Zeka will slowly get up and walk over. And he'll kneel in front of Artuk. And he'll lean down.
As he comes closer to me, I'll tell you straight up, I am more sorry than I physically could possibly express that I am. I hate every fucking moment of this. The reason I'm kicking still, the reason that I'm not throwing away any of these gifts that I've been given to keep pushing with, is because fuck, I want Sonny to be the last person who has to get hurt. I feel useless and helpless right now. I wish that I could do something about it the way you can.
Zeka's eyes get watery for a moment. and he blinks it away, and his face hardens, and he just says, "It's not you that I hate, Lark. It's what you've become."
Artuk,
And
First-
he leans in close and says, "And I know Sunny sees something that I don't. So you're not allowed to die.
I don't plan on it.
But I can't promise that I won't kill you."
I wouldn't blame you.
And you see, like, as Zeka's saying that, I think not even intentionally, you slowly, like, you didn't even realize it was happening before because of the intensity of the conversation, but you see strands of pure white light rising off of Zeka's shoulders and spiraling behind him, and you see this wireframe of a hand just looming over Zeka's back and just, like, curled up into a very intense, like poised and ready to, like, do something. And it's just, like, the manifestation of Zeka's, like, emotions in that moment. And Zeka himself doesn't even realize that he's doing it. And as he turns to go away, the strands dissipate and the hand goes away. And he goes back, sits on the wall, and continues to stare at Artuk.
Okay. I think with that, Artuk, maybe uneasily, you return to bed. And I think we'll jump back forward to the present as you guys kind of make your way into port. Give me 1 second.
We still gonna have a below deck, like,
Yes, actually,
game plan? Okay.
you guys come. As you approach port, you have your powwow of getting a game plan together.
My favorite memory was the peanut butter sandwiches. To answer your question, Morak.
Yeah, I just in case anybody wanted to do a scene.
Well, I was gonna say, I think we talked right at the beginning of travel that we weren't quite sure what options there were, but Byron said there could be something that might need a, like, even more expensive diamond.
Yes, I was thinking of the spell Raise Dead, which unfortunately I do not know. But, and he'll turn to Zeka and go, "But perhaps you do?"
I just need a diamond.
Of what cost?
I mean, I can't imagine that what I was using before will be enough. So, something at least twice as valuable, I would say.
Alright, so we're going to need to make some money, to say the least.
We could just try and get a different outcome. We don't have the time to get that money right now.
I think between all of us, I mean, here, Ode, like, pulls out her money pouch, and she's like, I know I have...
We're sitting on the deck, or where are we right now?
I thought we were below deck.
We're below
Okay, that's
deck
fine.
quarters.
That's fine then. I was
Is that okay?
worried that we were in the middle of the city.
Okay.
It's not landed yet.
Ode's like, I mean, I don't know if we just want to say how much money we all have, but Ode's like, I could give, obviously, as much as we need. We could even steal it.
Yeah, but then it would be free.
Yeah, I guess
that's a free diamond. That'll work.
Ode has 25 platinum pieces and 11 gold, so 250.
have. I'll give you all of it. I have. David, can you insert the number to the end of my sentence? I have.
11 platinum, 67 gold.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I have that.
And I have 5 copper.
About
Yeah.
200.
Yeah, Sunny is willing to contribute. He's willing to-
Had his
I have
assets
all.
donated to charity afterwards.
yeah, he has 2,
Didn't
6.
he give all his gold to me, or am I making that up?
No, he has 100 gold and 16. Why does he have 16.4? He has 16 platinum and 100.
Yeah, so Sunny is
Say from Sunny.
I mean, that's enough, for sure.
Yeah, we can cover it.
Let's go find one. Do we make port?
Wait. The other one thing I want to discuss is with Sunny's body. We might want to make sure that people don't know about it. With how we've seen, that genie that got a core as its like treasure.
Hmm. Well, do we have a way to bring him with us? Do we have like a? We don't have a bag of holding, right?
No, you do. But Sunny canonically weighs 1 ton.
Is he actually weighing a ton?
No, he weighs 990.
No, he weighs 1,999 pounds.
Right. He definitely weighs more than 300 pounds, which would break the bag of holding.
Right.
Well, do you think maybe when we make port, someone could go get a cart? Or
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Wait a minute.
Unless I'm crazy, I actually think I have a spell for this.
It's attention floating this.
Fuck. No, it's Liamon's chest, but we need a chest constructed with 5,000 gold pieces of materials and a tiny replica made with 50 gold worth of
so we
materials.
just need to get 5,050 gold.
I mean, we. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. Not engaging in that conversation.
No, if we could just go get a cart, like a cheap one, so we could pull around a large box of cargo, put his body in a box, and we could bring him around town.
Hey, by the way, guys, I need to leave in like 20 minutes, just so you know.
Oh.
I was actually going to suggest once you guys finish up, we take a break, so that would be the time.
Okay. Well, yeah. As long as we have a spot. I think we've got a plan.
All right, so on landing. Okay. Yeah, as you guys get into town, you're escorted in by little smaller boats with some guards on it. You can tell.
Sorry. I thought of one other thing I wanted to ask. Is it worth us? I could try to see how long it would take to get to Laventine because we said there was like a lead there with Warforged bodies.
Yes, what we could do, we'll split up. Some of us will go try to find the diamond. You ask how we could get to Laventine because it's our only lead on someone that knows how to work on Warforged. And then,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Sorry to interrupt you, David. You were describing us entering.
Yeah. You see that your broken, janky-ass ship is beat to shit, but you are ultimately escorted in, and as you make port, see several officials kind of begin to advance towards you as Mava's remaining crew kind of ties the ship to port, and lowers the ramp. You see a goblin man. And it looks like 2 humans at his. One is a guard and one is kind of. They look like they have a clipboard. Kind of seems like maybe a secretary position. Anyway, but they kind of saddle up as you guys kind of make port. And this is where we will take our break. Now.
Hey, Greg.
Hi, Craig. How you doing today, bud? I don't care. Anyway,
Well, at least you're honest with him, David.
restart Craig, restarted OBS. That way we don't have another goddamn mishap like that happen again. Okay. Yeah. So where did we leave off?
We were pulling into port, and you said 2 men were approaching us with a clipboard.
Yeah, and a goblin and 2 humans.
Yeah, Hume, a new guard outfit, one a goblin, and another human with a clipboard. Yep, they kind of come up towards you guys. Are you guys doing anything immediately?
I'm assuming they would talk to Lady Mava, the captain of the ship.
Lady Mava, you promoted.
It's
I imagine we have Sunny's body like pretty secured, like in a.
I don't
Like
think
it-
we've taken
Yeah,
him
you guys
above.
have him in a briefcase.
We haven't even taken him above deck yet.
Well, yeah, but it's not like it's just out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's below
it's-
deck, covered in a blanket.
Yeah, no blanket. Yeah.
Hi, how you guys doing today? Name's Johnny Fievel. What are we all doing here today? What's your business for coming into Coral Point?
Is he talking to us or Mava?
You
Can we let Ava handle this?
Oh, not the captain. Sorry, have that particular mishap happen
I think
all
if you
the
walked
time.
up to
Sorry
Morak
about
and
that.
asked that, like Morak was the captain.
Yeah. Well, you see, sir, I'm not the that woman over there is. Her name's Mava.
Give me 1 second. Hold
But
on.
I say this all in Goblin to gain
Why are you guys in town here? What can I help you find today? Don't want to be rude. Don't want to keep this all business. It can just be a pleasant conversation.
Oh well, actually, we were looking for. What? Why is that funny?
This whole interaction's funny.
We were looking for a couple of points in town. One of them would be a place where we can buy expensive jewelry or, what's the word? Like
And other things.
things. One of them might be a place where we can secure potentially reliable transportation somewhere else for when you have to leave your lovely city.
All right. Well, you're gonna want to go to Kick-Ass Carts for any reliable transportation.
Great.
So they're about 2 blocks that way. Just points generally in a direction. Doesn't matter.
He just did like a whole hand wave of like the left side.
They're a franchise. They're all over the city. It's like goddamn termite infestation. Don't worry, you'll find them. Anyway, yeah.
Great,
I mean,
and,
is there something you're
jewelry,
looking for in particular, aquamarine, emerald, something
Oh, I
like
like the shiny stuff. Like,
Diamond.
diamonds are good.
diamonds. That's that's gonna be a trickier one. You guys sure you don't want emeralds?
By the way, I'm assuming everyone's just like able to listen to this conversation.
Yeah, he's just talking openly.
Yeah.
Like we've got the we've got the loose coin purse. They do plenty of like wedding bands using emeralds, rubies. They do some beautiful stuff with aquamarine and citrine. Citrine's
I've never heard
you know.
of a city having so many fineries but not having diamonds. Is there a reasoning behind that?
What? Competition in purchasing power.
What? Are you trying to say that someone's creating false scarcity?
Hey, what's your name?
Me?
Yeah, what's your name?
The name's Ken. How can I help you?
Okay, can you come here real quick?
Sure, how's it going?
He whispers in your ear. cannot say that here, for the love of God. Do not cost me my job. Jesus Christ. What the... Jesus Christ. So who the hell... What the hell, man? Roll with me here. Jeez.
Sorry.
Oh my God. Isn't that...
I was just kidding about all that, No one would ever do something like that. It's just a joke,
of course not. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, you sure? Again, that citrine, I could even find you a coupon probably if you wanted that instead.
I'm just laughing his ass off. If we were to look for diamonds, where would we go?
Are you guys in a fighty mood?
That depends on your answer and if it has an easy access to diamonds.
I'm gonna tell you now, the answer to that second part is a firm no.
Stop picking any fights.
Oh, no, I'm not picking a fight with you guys. I'm just telling you, like... Hold on a sec. He walks over to Maven and starts doing his actual job.
Guys, hold on a second. One, is this man, we need to ask if he's possibly related to an old Imperial officer that might have been predisposed to being attracted to boxes, because he is just as shady with answering a simple question as that guy was.
I think maybe this city has a weird thing going on with diamonds.
Oh yeah, someone's definitely controlling their supply. Rightful scarcity, 150%.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Oh.
You know what? You should have picked up on that.
Guys, do we get to have
Why
another
you say
heist?
I should have picked up on it? Something very funny happened over here, and I was laughing.
This is so serious, Morak. I don't know how you could do that.
I don't know, it just tickled me.
Anyway.
Johnny Fivel returns, having filled out the paperwork for Mava. Anyway, so yeah, loose coin purse if you ever wanted any citrine or emerald and not diamonds in your wedding bands or anything like that. That's where you want to go.
No.
Go ahead.
Go. Johnny is your name?
Johnny Fivel.
Johnny, okay.
Johnny Fivel, please.
Johnny Fivel.
We all look sad. And we remember that Sunny often would play Johnny. Square knuckles.
Brass
knuckles.
Yes. Johnny, just as a friend, and then I start talking in Goblin, like, what's going on with the diamond trade here? Is there something?
Twist my arm, why don't you? Listen. With how beat up your ship is, to everyone else who doesn't speak Goblin, it just kind of comes off like it's like intelligible thing. Meanwhile, Morak is hearing, listen, my good friend, I don't want to be difficult about all this. I just think you guys are clearly adventurers. I mean, you're coming up. All of you are armed to the teeth. You have a sword hilt and wearing plate armor casually. That sword's beat to shit. They're not gonna just sell it to you, all right? Because they know that they can make more money off of you. I'm not trying to be rude about all of this, but you're not gonna be able to find if that's what you're looking for. I'm sorry.
Just don't.
Sorry. You guys catch the last part. The Goblin word for sorry is the same in common.
Yes. So there's no conceivable way as us as our party finding a diamond in our current state.
I mean, casually no, but if you went to the people who had them, they might give you a little bit of a rigmarole for it.
Do you think one friend of you guys hears? Do you think you could help out a friend with this? I'll level with you. I'm getting married in a few months. You want something more exotic?
Would you like a citrine wedding band?
No, she's actually allergic to citrine. It's a terrible.
Would you like aquamarine?
She's
you notice a little patch and
She's actually allergic to all quartzes.
She's allergic to everything except high density carbon.
Oh, would you like some steel?
Existence is pain for her.
Steel has iron in it.
Ah,
Yeah,
son of a
so
bitch.
iron
It's
and
goblin
steel.
fun.
How'd you hear that, Byron?
I just raised a blacksmith.
We're speaking in the refined language of the goblins.
Language. Does
We
he
had
not?
one goblin come through, and I just know to steal in goblin. Just the
Oh.
one word.
I like to think that Byron actually just like was offering a helpful little bit of trivia while the others had their conversation. And he just happened.
Byron knows the word for steel in Goblin and just decided to state randomly, steel has iron in it.
Just an FYI. For anyone that's curious.
You guys
The only two things he knows in Goblin is just steel, and the phrase "steel has iron in it." That's it.
Steel has iron in it. Like when you learn a new word and they're desperately trying to work it into conversation.
So basically, like, where would we go to find something like that? I'm honestly just curious at this point now. I don't even know if I want the diamond anymore. I just want to know where we could get them.
Alright, so you're gonna wanna, after you guys get your cart from Kick-Ass Carts, you're gonna wanna head on, and after you get some citrine from Loose Coin Purse, you're gonna wanna head on over to Main Event Plaza and look for the Hall of Fortune. And then he just kind of points towards where the big sign that you guys saw coming in saying, Rock and Carniblast, Gauntlet of Wonder. He points generally towards that.
Okay. And we are, like, here right now?
Over here.
Over here? Oh.
Yeah, that's where I put you.
Sure. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, that's honestly all we needed.
Yeah, no problem. And just remember, if you buy anything from Loose Coin Purse, remember, Johnny Fivel was the one who sent you that way.
Yes, no problem, Johnny. Thank you.
Johnny Fivel.
Yeah. Johnny Five. Yeah.
So since we have you, maybe some parts of the city that is like maybe more secluded and definitely wouldn't have any dead bodies.
No dead bodies. There's mortuary rope. Oh, no, that opposite what you're looking for.
I'm not sure how I feel about how hard it is for you to find somewhere that's little dead bodies.
You're adventurers. So...
Oh, like where's the library?
Oh!
Libraries, I can change
Next
it.
to mortuary row. No. No, I'm just kidding. That's a bit of Johnny Fivel humor for you. No, you'll just want to see the bent spine. It's over in the southwest part of town.
Great, thank you.
Sounds like a fine, upstanding establishment.
No dead bodies at all.
No, not at the bent spine. That's only the highfalutin cigar club.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And then he walks back over because he realized he really spent a lot more time talking to you guys than Mava, so he goes to continue to
He's the
take
other
her
guy.
information down.
Do his job. Okay, group. I'll go to the kick-ass carts.
Yes. And then, as we're all standing here as a group, I do want to ask one thing. I know we've been going through lots going on. It seems like things are going a little bit more in our direction right now. It's a nice day. What are we doing about Banya, as he points to her over there, just standing on the deck of the ship?
Eric, you get inspiration.
I've been waiting to say that all session.
Eric, you get inspiration, 100%.
Can we just leave her here?
I don't think that's a no.
Like, it's a good city, right? Like,
She doesn't have any money, and she doesn't know what things are like here.
Ask her what she wants to do. We'll explain our plans. See if she wants to keep traveling with us.
Have you guys seen Sunny the last few days? I've been looking for him.
Oh God. So we think that maybe you should just stay in this city.
Okay. Okay. What's bringing this on?
Are you serious?
Okay, Vanya, I'm going to level with you. My name's Morak, Tuskbane, son of Gore, student of Interval. I don't like you.
Good enough reason for me to leave.
Okay, cool.
Go fuck all of your. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, we won. See you later.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, well, when the character that kind of was attached to the hip misses 4 of the sessions in a row and then dies in the next one, kind of hard for her to come up.
You know what? We brought her to a nice city. We brought her from the middle of the desert to a nice city. I think
Third fucking Leon.
fine.
I feel like, Brenna, I feel like we should give her money. Kezia's not going to give her any money, though, so if anybody wants to give her money...
She just said fuck y'all and walked away.
You told her to fuck off. You guys said leave and then fuck you.
Bonnie, do you at least have any, like, money or anything?
No, you guys just told me to. You just said leave and then fuck you. I don't have anything. I've been
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought there was bugs. Fuck, I don't have any money. If I make money, I'll give you some.
She just looks at you like. She just glares at you like.
I'm sorry. I spent all my money getting a diamond.
Goodbye, all of you. All right.
That is
If you see Sonny again, tell him I'm sorry for leaving so abruptly. Good lord. She leaves. Abruptly.
Byron.
I was going to say
That is the weirdest thing to ever say.
I would give her money, but Ode has pledged her money to buying Sunny's diamond, and I don't want to end up being 5 gold short, you know, so.
Byron's the only one that can't run up and be like, I owe you money, because he doesn't have any.
Because he always does this. He's the only one who gives the money away.
Are you? Oh, Byron. I'm sorry what I said. Yeah, you can give her this, and it's a fedora.
Ode walks over and snatches it away.
I think that would only make things worse.
Oh,
Give her something
she could sell them.
It would give her something to aspire for. Give her a passion for gambling.
Okay. Artek, what do you want? What are you able to do?
I mean, I figure as long as I'm not casting anything or fighting anything or exerting myself too hard or anything, which I know is a lot, I could probably search around a little bit, try and help y'all find where we're gonna get this diamond. I want to help if I can.
You're right, absolutely. But you heard where that library was if you need to buy it, like, if they're, I don't know, turn out to be, I don't know, whatever. Actually, can I talk to you for a moment? And Ode's gonna pull Artek aside. Just like on the top of the deck where we're all talking, and she'll say, I think you helping with the diamond is perfect. I know it's only been 7 days.
7 days.
5 days?
7 days.
7 days. But at a certain point, you probably need to understand if you're gonna be able to cast spells. Because if you can't, like, that would be the safest option. But if you can, then you can be such an asset. And that's something only you're gonna be able to figure out because you have this understanding of what it is more so than any of us. So, like, I know that that's rush, but if there's something that comes up where we might need a spell to help Sunny, I don't know what that could be, but that's just something that could come up as we're looking for the diamond.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried anything since then, obviously, and I'm a little bit trepidatious towards it. But I can. Maybe. What do you think? I should like start with little stuff and see if it works, and keep going bigger. I don't know. Like, I don't want to hit the line.
Well, with the monastery, we are always really focused on like our own ki, our own energy, and just like spending time with like the feelings and energy in our body to have an understanding of that before we even like do any movements, you know, and then from there we do movements that aren't like attacking or using the ki. It's just like flowing movements to like move that energy within our own body. So maybe even start there.
So, like, think about my magic?
Yeah.
Okay, I can think about it, I guess. Sure. I'll imagine casting spells for a little bit, and we'll see where we get.
I mean, seems as good an option as any. Very safe.
Sure. Yeah, it sounds safer. I'm happy to. I don't have any better ideas.
All right. Well, we'll check in with that later, I guess.
Sure.
All right, we walk away.
All right.
Yep. How do I feel? I know that's a general question, but just like, now that I've had a few days for it to sit, does it feel like it did before any of this ever happened? Does it feel less like I let some of the pressure out? Does it feel stronger than it did before, sort of growing like it has been?
If anything, this is probably the best you've felt vis-a-vis Blight in a while. You are keenly aware that it is there, but like, it is a lot less like it's constantly putting pressure on you. You get the sense that it really tried to get out, and now it's sitting there kind of licking its wounds.
Sure. Well, I take a deep breath and, just to make myself feel a little better, I pretend to cast guidance on myself and imagine it a little bit, and then I walk down.
It's so
All right.
sweet.
Oh, it immediately turns into a sports zombie. No, obviously not. She wouldn't become a sports zombie. Okay though. Yeah, as you move on from after having told Bonnie Rosautli to fuck off. Yeah, you guys are at Coral Point. Iberian's rockin' Coral Coast.
Service
we're-
the jewel in the rock of attainment. It's probably their city slogan. Idea.
I'll put it in the text later. But yeah, where are you guys heading first? How are you guys splitting up responsibilities?
Who goes and gets a cart? I don't want to roleplay that scene.
Oh, you want a cart, you say? Well, answer me these riddles. Oh, here you go. Oh, you had money. That'll do it.
How much did cart cost?
1 gold as a rental for the day.
Fair enough. Take off 1 gold.
Never gonna financially recover.
What does Kezia do?
Kezia is honestly going to follow the lead with at least one character. I just don't know who yet, in association with going wherever they're going. But she doesn't
Morak?
have any direct plans right now.
Morak is going to go below deck and change out of his armor and sword and everything, get rid of all of that, and put on the very, very fancy clothes he bought in Leon.
Oh, Morak. As you do that, you start seeing like this town. This is what you wanted these clothes for, even if you didn't know it yet. As you look around, you see various people also all wearing all this new chic, and you are a part of it. Meanwhile, you have this band of like 5 beggar-looking motherfuckers behind you, but you are looking perfect.
Oh, they said they would not sell a diamond to adventurers like us.
That's a good point, Byron. Morak. And Byron will then immediately cast Disguise Self to make himself look even fancier than Morak.
You're a right bastard.
That's
Hey.
so perfect.
Hey, Byron, I know that you come from common folk. You look like you're trying a little bit too hard. you want to tone it down a little bit. As someone that is a part of these people, you look like you're trying to be a part of us. I'm just saying.
Byron will shrink the brim of his pimp hat just a little bit short. Just a bit smaller now. Is that better?
Sure.
Perfect.
And now with two rich merchants and a gaggle of beggars behind them.
Artuk straightens his scarf.
Oh,
Hey Byron, if we can't get one, can you case the joint?
What do you mean, like, case? What do you want me to find?
Entrances, exits, potential.
Ezia, we don't have enough money to buy everything in the cases.
I have 5 copper to my name.
Okay, look out for entrances and exits into the shop.
That will probably be, the main entrance, maybe one fire exit in the back.
Potentially,
Let's be fair, there's probably not a fire exit. Okay, but yeah, we could definitely tell you where the exit to the shop is, and he looks at the fire, like, there's a sign.
and potential obstacles in case we have to go there a little bit later with a bit fewer people.
Like a door? With a lock?
I just.
Ezia, could I help you with this task at all? Is it somebody who has to go inside? Because Ode kind of looks at her ratty clothing like, I also can't go inside, but I understand the words you're saying.
I mean, Ode, if you want to be our bodyguard.
Yes, that would be fantastic, Ode. I appreciate it. I was going to ask for your assistance if we need to go in later, but this is fine.
That seems good. I'll help her if she goes in later. I have to go get the cart right now.
I'll come with you to get the
Oh, we
cart.
did? Okay, good.
I have all of my stuff in the cart. Please remember that we have this cart.
Anyway. Yeah, us, if we need to go in later, I would be happy to help.
Sue.
Sorry, did you want to continue describing to them what you need? Because it seems like you need to be very specific.
Look for potential hazards, locks.
Oh, so lock a hazard.
You
takes
guys
time.
arrive. Kezia, you're pushing against you're fighting gravity right now.
I really am.
The shared brain cell of the two of them is not working with you right now.
I'll just ignore it.
I wanted to do one joke about we can't buy everything in the case, then I just rolled with it, and then my Chrome crashed because of my hubris.
Why we all on Firefox, baby.
Is Firefox better for this?
And who knows? Scientists have yet to determine. Alright, but yeah, you guys arrive at the Loose Coin Purse. On the outside, you see it's like a pretty nice looking shop. You know, a lot of like glass, like windows right into it. A nice kind of like, it wouldn't be out of place. It would be like in place in like a Martha's Vineyard or like a Virginia Beach, like beach shop. That's pretty nice with some like knickknacks. You do see a sign on the outside that says 50% off all citrine items.
I'll just pull up roll 20 if you want to do the scene.
Oh yeah, sorry. What were you saying? I was trying to fix my stuff.
Well, we've arrived to the store.
Ooh. Yeah. We'll just walk in, look around.
As you walk in, you do see a older-looking halfling woman just behind a very low counter with just a whole bunch of just different like. You know, there's like a glass display box at the counter with just like a whole bunch. It looks like every jewelry store you've ever been to, where there's just a lot of rings, necklaces, and such like locked underneath the counter.
Sorry, I also remembered what Zeka can be doing is like walking around and casting locate objects. That's what Will said he wanted Zeka to be doing.
Okay. What object is he looking for?
Diamond.
Okay. Look up.
You assume a diamond of appropriate cost.
Yeah.
Locate diamond. Nope, that's not it. Locate object is what I was looking for. Looked up locate diamond, 5e. Within 1,000 feet of you. Huh. 10 minutes at a time. Ah, he can keep talking that though. Okay. As you rock up to the shop, did you filter it by a diamond of appropriate value?
Let's just say yes.
No, there is not one here.
Well, we still walk in.
Oh, hello, dearie. Good to meet you.
What was that?
What? Please say that again. I was getting reverb through Adam.
Oh, hello, dearie. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, my name
She's a
is.
small halfling woman. She kind of looks like a Keebler elf.
Hello, ma'am. I'm in the bereavement of some fine gemstones, and I heard you were someone that we could come to for that. I see here you have a wide selection, but honestly, I'm looking for something a little bit nicer. I was wondering if you had anything in the back or could possibly point me in the right direction.
Give me just one moment. What's this for, dearie?
Oh, an engagement, ma'am.
Tell me, what's their birthstone?
Oh, well, they were born in April, so a diamond.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, insight.
Go ahead.
Just based off that little drop in tone. Damn.
Damn.
God damn. Weren't loving that you said diamond. One moment, dearie. One moment. He kind of heads to the back, and after a few minutes of you guys just browsing, she comes back with like a selection of like several like gold and silver wedding bands. Each appear to have a you know.
A citrine.
Nope. This one it appears to
Cubic
be
zirconium.
God damn it! Zeka notices that as she says, "Yeah, I've several that you may be interested in for her." Zeka, not one of these is a diamond. Yes, well, you know, we've had a recent influx of a few diamonds lately, so you know, we could probably find you one here. I like you. I like the I like the way you carry yourself, so I can probably cut you a deal on these.
Ma'am, please don't try to fool us. We know what we're looking for. These are clearly cubic zirconium.
Damn you! Damn your eyes!
I mean, I just know what I'm looking for. And if a shop like you is not able to assist me in that,
Listen. It's not about my ability to get them, but they keep getting bought out immediately. All right. Every diamond, every one I fucking get, they end up price gouging me the minute I go for it. All right.
wait,
So I'm sorry, but I got a business to run, and no one wants to buy any more citrine. I've sold so
Wait.
much in the last few weeks, but now nothing.
so you're saying that someone's coming by and buying all the diamonds? How are you getting price gouged if they're just purchasing diamonds from you?
My supplier for diamonds is getting upsold by someone else, who is then taking all the diamonds from me.
I'm sorry, I was confused. Where do you have any? Who's your supplier?
Well, who's been buying out all of your diamonds?
The supplier, I mean, it's just a couple of merchant ships come in every now and again, you know, sell me rubies, aquamarine, citrine, diamonds, you know, the usual, the four components of all good
Yes, we
jewelry.
know the other gemstones that you have.
Are you sure you don't want to buy them?
I'm certain that you do not want to buy any citrine, no matter how many people in this. Do you know Johnny Five on my channels?
He's my best source of word of mouth business.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if he was your lover or something.
Come Lord, him? Never.
Okay, so who is buying these diamonds?
The Gauntlet of Wonder. Frickin' Rocky Carnablast. Every goddamn one that comes into town, his at whole outfit ends up picking them up for his weird games.
Wait, he's buying them for games?
Yep.
What do the games use them for?
I assume, based on him, resurrection.
Excuse me?
I mean, listen, you're a bunch of noble fellows. I don't know if you know this, but with sufficiently high quality of diamonds, certain mages are able to actually turn back the clock and revive those who have recently passed on.
Boy, that's incredible.
Indeed, it's why people are so desperate to get them half the time. Honestly, that's when you came in asking, I kind of assumed that's what it was for. But, and I digress. Anyway, he's been using, I'm assuming that's why, or maybe just prizes. People like diamond jewelry, so, you know, kind of a jackass move to cut me out of the business in that regard, but here we are.
So you're saying the lodge, the fighting tournament in town
Well, it's
has
not
all
just
of...
fighting, but there's a few other parts to it, but yeah, that basically.
Is there by chance baking involved?
But no, that's ridiculous. No one would watch that.
Okay, good, thank you. I just want to make sure. So, okay, thank you so much, man. This was... You know what? I will buy this, citrine bracelet.
Don't spend money. Don't spend money. Don't spend money.
It's 1 gold. Buy the 1 gold citrine bracelet.
Oh no, there's no diamonds there.
Here you are.
Thank you. And I will mark off 1 gold, and I will put on this very nice citrine bracelet.
Good luck with that.
Would you like a gift wrap? Oh, he's just walking out now. Bye.
See ya.
Have a Barnel, do it
Have a great day.
deep now. You say, have a wonderful day. And scampering, realizing that Mark left like a minute ago.
Well,
Sorry.
Mary watched me mark off 1 gold. I'll go back to the rest of the party. Oh, here's a nice citrine bracelet. You're welcome. So basically, all of the diamonds in town are being bought out by that large arena for restorations and reviving people, and possibly prizes. It's a lot, but I think that might be our only way to get diamonds in the city.
Sounds like we need to go at least check it out then.
Yes.
Maybe if we hurry over there, Zeka's spell can still be active.
I
Who
mean,
knows?
he can cast that a lot.
All right, let's head over there.
Yes.
We're all together, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So where was the place, David?
You were. You guys were probably right around here. This big arena right here is where you want to go. Then, just for funsies, we're just gonna go ahead and draw out a little smiley face too.
Okay, I say we go
Oh my god, does it matter?
this way.
No,
I
it
kind of
doesn't.
want to know
It
what
doesn't
this
matter.
is.
I'm having fun with it.
Okay. Sorry, don't mean to.
Yeah, can we know what this little number is?
Like a little open air amphitheater. And it seems like someone's doing a version of Fantasy Hamlet. Spamlet.
Oh, this is an amphitheater?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, it's got clouds in it, so it's a reflection. Is it like a reflection pool?
I interpreted that as an amphitheater. Is what I'll say.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like a reflection pool. Okay, then we walk to the thing.
Yeah. Okay. You guys arrive at the next scene.
You're so.
Excuse me. But yeah, as you guys kind of walk up, you see it kind of looks like the Shugo's you. Like there is like this big entrance with like with couple of lines to one half of it that seem like really filled out. People like in line waiting for tickets or like waiting to get tickets. You notice a second, much smaller line to the right as well that doesn't seem as occupied. And above each kind of row, there's like admissions, signups. So, and then just what's it called? Yeah, customer service that as a sign as well. No one's at the customer service line currently.
Let's go to customer service.
I think that would be a smart idea.
As you guys rock up to the customer service line, you see.
Sorry, really quick. Carson and Brenna, I don't want to be dominating the session. If you two are like, let's do anything, go for it. I'm like, let's do it quick. So, let me know. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna interpret that as just go for your plan.
I mean, you guys can hear me, right?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Oh, I said, yeah, you're all good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, as you guys go to the customer service line, you do see, of course, the shutter kind of opens up as you ring the bell and arrive. Ring it probably a few more times than you needed to, which is still. And yeah, you see a tiefling woman just behind the counter. Hi, how can I help you today?
Hi, we need you to explain what is going on with the competition.
Oh, are you new in town? Okay, give
Yeah.
me just one moment. Are you guys interested in purchasing tickets? That'd be that other line over there. Or are you looking for signups? Or just general overview?
Overview.
A general overview. We legit have no idea what's going on, but it seems like every person we've met so far is leading us here.
Well, it is the toast of the town. Anyway, so actually, what it is just a weekly show put on by Mr. Rocky Carnablast here in Hall of Fortune. Basically, just contestants will sign up, and the crowd will watch them as they go through just this series of different challenges and just trying to show their mettle, just to entertain for the crowd. And you know, the games and the challenges vary each week. They could vary between stages for different teams, and it's just all about just kind of putting on a good show for the audience. Plus, the audience gets to interact because you know, you can put a little bit of extra money in for side bets, or if you really want to just help out your favorite champion, then you can put a little bit of money in towards buying them a little gift. Or if you really don't like someone, you can put a little money in to mess with them. Just a little fun goof like that.
Interesting.
Wait, so it's a gladiatorial thing?
Part of it. Sometimes. It varies sometimes. This week, I believe, she kind of goes through a little, she goes through a little, like, little scratch pad. We have the Mushroom Kingdom, the Calendar of Carnage, Fizzleback's Feywild Frenzy, Crypt of the Dreadlord, and Apocalypse Run. Oh, this is very likely going to be one of those gladiatorial, at least in part.
Someone stops and turns to Artuk and says, "Go to the library," and then turns back.
And he does so promptly because he's not presently here.
He's getting gas.
And this will be starting tomorrow, correct?
Yep. Sign-ups finish. You can sign up day of if you are interested, but tickets go on sale tomorrow for the general public. These people are camping out here just to make sure they save space in line.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just curious what the reward is for winning.
It depends exactly on your performance. You know, whether you manage to beat the boss of a given area, the crowd ends up attaching to you. But you know, the prize varies. I think if you beat the boss, it's anywhere between 2,000 to 6,000 gold for the winning party.
That sounds very dangerous. Do you guys often have people just perish in these games of yours?
It's been known to happen. That's why we have our insurance policy as well. Simply put down some money, and if you die in the course of the arena, then we'll revive you.
What do you use to revive people?
Diamonds.
Oh, of what caliber?
Not. That's proprietary information.
Oh, sorry about that. I sort of figured. I'm sorry about that.
So, do you, if one were to sign up, would they do it as an individual or as a group?
It would be as a group.
Oh, what are the group sizes?
As low as 3, up to 7.
Interesting.
Hi.
Would we be able to have like a flex, sort of thing where like, if only 3 people are available?
Fill out the flex waiver if you aren't sure how many of you will really be into doing it when come to game.
I thank you so much, man. Did we get your name again? I'm sorry.
Lily.
Lily, it was a pleasure talking to you. I think we have some things to discuss as a group right now. We will definitely be back. You said we could sign up day of, correct?
Or if you want to sign up today, a lot of people do. She just points to the next line over. You see there's like a handful of groups. The only one that sticks out at you is it seems like 4 drow, clearly rogues, all somehow trying to find their own individual corner to sulk in. It's also an open air line, so they're really struggling right
We're all
now.
trying to find a corner to sulk in the open air circular arena.
Yep.
No, we're outside. We're together.
Yeah.
I know, I just like that it's a big circle trying to find a corner.
Fair.
They'll find a way, damn it. They'll find a way to
Okay.
sulk.
So, guys, thank you again, Lily. Thank you.
Sure thing. If you have any more questions, just let me know.
So, guys, I think there's 2 options we can go here. One, that I'm sure Ode remembers the old play put on a few years ago in Catharsis called Weekend at Bernie's. We could just take Sonny's body and dress it up like a person and be like, oh no, he died, and then they just revive him for us.
I thought of that, but they would probably use the type of spell that Zeka uses that has a short time limit.
Most likely.
But what if we're just like, oh, you need to pick a die?
Well, you also have to use a different type of spell.
Well, I guess
You're
we'll
the
just.
fucking magic one!
I
I
guess
also
we'll
did
just
forget to
join
mention
the
there are magical
competition.
prizes as well in addition to the gold. A lot of people, a lot of adventurers go for this and tend to opt for that as well. So there's that as well. Sorry, I meant to mention that a moment ago.
Oh no, Lily, I just imagine you're just listening in and providing us any information we might need to know about the gauntlet.
Yeah, we know you, Lily. We see what you're doing.
Always listening.
Yes. Well, a weirdo. Love you. Okay, anyway, so I guess we're signing up then.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna text Will and ask him what Zeka would advocate for.
Oh. Well, it's
It
either
would probably be down to release
it's either sign up or we
request.
have this great weekend at Bernie's.
Okay, I think looking at Kezia, is there an option pacing out, like, I don't know, this is a pretty legit place that we could steal something? Okay. We walk over so that Lily can't reassure us. Then we could steal.
Oh, hold on. I have to help another guest now. You guys have your private conversation. Hello.
I think we can absolutely try to investigate the area. And we might be able to come across their little vault. But I don't know how much time we would need. This place is a lot more. There's a lot more people coming in and out of it than a jewelry shop, actually.
And I imagine they would have, I know you're an amazing lockpicker, but some sort of safe and security system and, you know.
I feel like the case out this place.
It's too long, yes.
I feel like
If they're capable of reviving that many people, they're probably pretty good at magic as well, so they're gonna have magical locks. And alarms. And traps. And things like that.
magic locks and traps are mine.
Yes.
So I think our best. Well, you know, we can wait until
I think Zeka would probably.
I feel like this is what we're doing. Zeka's so down for like a weird gladiatorial thing. Have you met that kid?
Yeah, I just it's
Probably.
I guess, and how much money would they need to have us all get like the Revivify insurance?
Why don't we try to like sign up? And
Yeah.
We still like maybe spend some time investigating the city a little bit more.
I'm sure we could always drop out.
We could what we could do is ask Maeva if she wants to help us, and then if we're able to win any more money beyond what we need to revive Sunny, we can tell her that she can keep it to repair her boat.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But yeah, I also like the idea of exploring the city.
I think what I could probably do is, if what Lily was saying was accurate, we could try to build us up a little bit of hype. That way people put in money to help us along the way.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Would you want to just be in the stands then?
I think he meant like now. He can go.
Yeah, so I could build it up like tonight.
generation. It's a diverse group.
It's very diverse. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon of it here.
This is.
What's Saturday? Dude.
Kezia, do you want to like go around and see what our options are for maybe security and casing?
Yeah, we can go and investigate. Come on, Bailey. Sign us up if we need to, and then I'll walk off.
Oh, can I come?
Yes, please.
Oh, great. Okay.
I thought you were sending me away.
Oh, takes her cloak and just like florals it, and then she teleports away.
And then Kezia walks to find her.
I imagine it's daylight. I can't.
That's
tell.
why you use the cloak.
What?
Make your own shadows.
I mean,
Oh,
technically that's a thing.
Never occurred.
How thick of a cloak it is. You get a weighted blanket just to use to teleport away.
I guess I'll go back and talk to Maeva and tell her about this proposition.
Alright.
I'll join you, Margaret, and then we can come back and enter.
Okay, cool. I guess we'll also bring the car with Sunny in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't just leave it.
I'll put a do not touch sign on it.
So the real question.
Do not pet.
Do not pet.
The real question about this entire arena is: do they have vents?
No. Never again. Never again.
That was so funny.
That worked one time. Yeah, if you're trying to scout it out, what time is it? Yeah, we can do a little bit more and then wrap up. Yeah, if you're wanting to scout it out, how are you like approaching? Like, as I mentioned, it's kind of like the Shuados use. So like there's like fences. Every now and again, you'll see like a guard walking around, and it's not like high-grade security, but there are like people like, you know, making sure no one's going into like a restricted section, things like that.
How high are the ceilings?
I don't like how you phrase that. Probably about 8-10 feet.
Us.
But like, you know, you go into the first section, there's like a 10-foot gate. It's a little bit open air, and then it is arranged like the Colosseum, so there's like sections built on top of one another, getting lower the further you go in.
Okay, what does like the so there's, if it's like the shoe, then there's like pillars and like little potentially nooks and crannies.
Yeah, absolutely little things like that.
Wait, no, better. How far apart are all of the guards walking from one another?
It's gonna be some Hitman shit, I can already tell. You fucking memorizing the patterns. It feels like they kind of cycle through a spot every like minute or two.
Can they see each other's backs?
Honestly, it's like one section, a minute passes, and then another one comes back. So like there are moments where they don't see each other completely.
I'm sitting here thinking like I kind of just want to walk behind a couple of the guys and just like get through in that way because I can technically hide behind people.
Probably manage it depending on the quality of the roll.
And then I'm just gonna cast spider climb on myself.
There we are.
And is there anywhere that I can see that is like within 30 feet that I might be able to like get into like a kind of sneaky spot?
Ode can cast Pass Without Trace, and you
Into
can be within 30 feet of Ode too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I could potentially Misty Step to.
Sorry, my brain shut off there for a second. What did you ask?
I'm trying to find somewhere I can Misty Step to.
You can probably see, like, if you look up, there is, like, a little section leading into, like, the seating area that gives you a little view. You can probably... Oh, Zeka signed up in a heartbeat. You could probably Misty Step up a little bit just to make sure you, can... Like, to kind of sneak a little further in. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like sneaking a little bit further in might be good.
Are you sticking to Ode, though, if she's going to cast Pass Out Trace? I want to say this now before Ode casts it, and then you...
Oh, yes. It's just...
Okay.
If it worked to the same spot. Once.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like we're communicating this. Like, Ode's like, I can increase our stealth, but it's only around me. And Kazia's like, oh, well, I can teleport once, so, like, maybe you can only teleport if you need to. Like, oh, I didn't mean to do it. And when I say that, but in Kazia's voice, yeah.
Yeah, no. I gotcha.
No, I definitely think you guys just roll stealth checks, both of you, real quick, just for posterity.
Veil of Shadows radiates up from me, like, midday in a 30-foot radius. Like, what's that 30, like, big circle? It's a Veil of Shadows.
I actually really didn't roll very well, so 26.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you didn't roll well.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, yeah, you still got a 26.
I actually somehow rolled worse.
No, you actually technically rolled better.
Oh. So
I
you
just
got
have-
24 and 26 for stealth. Why do I even ask stealth-based characters to roll? It's a waste of time. We both know you're going to succeed.
The chance of a natural 1 is just too strong.
Like 5% chance.
Yeah, except for Kezia because she's a halfling.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like a goddamn... Like a cartoon, you guys start, like, walking directly behind a guard, and he's like, wait, what was that? Turn around, you guys have teleported into the rafters above and are, like, holding there. Kezia, a little bead of sweat begins to fall down your face, and then Bailey catches it before it falls on him, and he continues his patrol, and you guys can move on, utterly unaccosted.
Okay, sick. We're just gonna kind of investigate the area and see if we can find any spots that might be like where a vault or a place of where they'd hold on to the diamonds would be.
As you get further in, you look into the arena. You see the kind of central dais is being set up. You see like several what are clearly mages based on the wands and staves they have, currently assembling a bunch of illusions in the center, like Shabadneva, just like generic fantasy words being said, and then like a big table appears in front of them. Ah, there we go. You do see at two of the opposite ends, though, like, just almost like a gate into, like, the under area of this arena, each of which has, like, several actually armed guards standing at watch, and you can't really see a lot further in. It's a little dark and far away.
It's a little dark, one might say.
Ah, fuck.
You did it to yourself, David.
I had to do it to him.
Oh, it says, do you want me to teleport over there? That shady area?
It's like down a tunnel. It's like the tunnel that like a football team like rushes through onto the field.
I see. Okay.
But you
Did I have to
could
use Misty
teleport.
Step already?
No, that was just for flavor.
Okay, because
Bailey
like
did catch the drop of sweat.
That's fine. I just like jumped super high, man. I don't know. Because like theoretically we could both go.
Is it kind of like we'd have to cross an open area to get to that tunnel, David?
A little bit of one. It would require another stealth check to kind of get into position to then teleport down it. Because we need to get a little closer.
Wait, so what do we think might be over there? I missed that.
I think that it's there's a lot of guards over there, so that might be where the diamonds are located.
That would be useful to know. I guess especially if we sign up and it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to get over there.
Stealth?
Yep, make one more stealth check for me.
I can't roll natural ones.
I hate you.
You're shitting me. You're shitting me.
What?
You're shitting me.
Whoa.
That's still technically a 23, but it also means that I probably teleport somewhere
I
else.
think that's technically a failure.
I
Like
know.
the way we play natural one.
No. I know. But that's insane.
That's wild.
David, I don't think the dice want me going down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're able to move through. You're able to move through pretty stealthily, and
Me
and
too.
you see like a few guards like, kind of split between and like hop between. There's a guard actually kind of patrolling the assembly area. Again, not like expecting trouble, but like, oh shit. So you like duck and then like phase out and then kind of appear behind him out of view. Kezia, you see this as well, and as you move, you trip. You trip and you start falling. You fall down the stairs a little bit.
I think Kezia remembers that she's a halfling, and she's like, I'm a halfling. I can't trip. This isn't happening. And then she
She tries to stable herself and then falls even harder.
falls even harder.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You definitely have a few eyes on you now, though, from the assorted guards. One of which, like, you know, they're not pulling out, like, a few of them are pulling out, like, a baton and something. One of them's raising, like, a horn. But, you know, they're not all rushing to kill you immediately. And then one of them blows on the horn.
Kezia's just gonna book it away. Is there, like, any barrels or boxes nearby?
Yeah, there's a regulation pickle barrel.
Okay, great. I'm gonna cut sight with them, and then I'm going to cast minor illusion over myself to just like. Next to the other one.
Stealth is the thing to use for this. Yeah, roll stealth again.
Come on, buddy. Okay, 20.
Okay, just roll an Arcana check as well. Real quick.
10. That's enough.
You break sight with them. You're not super confident in the illusion.
That's okay. I did
We'll
have to.
see. Oh, what are you up to right now?
I think if Ode like notices this happening, she kind of tries to assess if this makes the area we were getting towards like on high alert, or if they might even be like, oh well, if something's going on, let's like go investigate it, and there's like actually less security in like the tunnel area.
With that horn blowing, you see the two guards that are not the two guards, the guards that are kind of at that lower entrance you're moving. They kind of like stand at attention a little more. They don't move immediately, and then you see a couple more guards like from that tunnel or just different entrances head that way.
Seeing them head that way, I probably won't continue the mission, especially if like we could get caught and we wouldn't be able to enter the competition because if we're caught.
Okay. Yeah, and in that case, Kezia.
But I think Ode would be
roll,
able to like assist Kezia, like maybe like Ode takes one of her like darts and throws it to make kind of a clatter like in a different direction than Kezia, so at least some person like turns that way.
Oh hell yeah, I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, if you could just roll a d20 just for like just to make a distraction, I just want to see that.
Yeah. Oh, 5. I agree. I was like, look over here! And then like, oh shit, and teleports away.
Yeah, actually, that is exactly what happened. Let's roll that roll. Oh shit, they are rolling badly today. Yeah, you actually have a few of the guards like It's basically like 3 groups of 2 that kind of give chase to where Kezia. As you run through, or as you kind of break line with them, Kezia, one just runs right past you after you make your barrel. One hears the Ode's kind of distraction and kind of splits off to investigate that. The last group of 2 just kind of saunter up right where your barrel is. Look around for just a little bit. One almost begins to lean on the barrel, and then you hear, "What the hell are you doing? We have to find them." And then they run off after the other group.
Okay, I'm just gonna stealth as much as I can out of here. I'm just gonna leave.
Go ahead and roll stealth. I'm on natural 1.
23.
The good times have to end. You are able to get back out with that.
I'll find, oh, everyone's gone.
Oh, you see Kezia emerge out and just like... just
We'll
like...
go over to her so we have the stealth bonus together and just kind of like hand motion, like, here's how we can get out of here.
Uh-huh. And just follow on the way out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you guys are able to get away unscathed.
Oh, I've never tripped that hard before. Oof.
I mean, at least we didn't get caught. We'll just have to rely on winning tomorrow. No pressure. Ode feels a lot of pressure.
Ode and Kezia thusly escape. We're gonna keep this one snappy because I gotta go in a little bit. But Borak, Byron, what do you guys say to Mava to try to convince her to What were you even trying to do with her?
Hey, Ava, I'm gonna just be honest with you. We have a lead on how we can bring a friend back, but we need a high caliber diamond. There's a large event going on with some competitions, some combat-y type stuff, and I feel like you would be an amazing member in this. All we're looking for is the diamond. They said a max prize of 6,000 gold. You would be able to get all of the surplus of whatever we get as long as we could get our friend back. Would you be willing to help us out in this endeavor?
Tell you what, I'll let you know I'll let you know later.
Yeah, tomorrow
new
we'll figure out if we need you here or not. Thank you for the RSVP, basically.
Sure.
Maybe RSVP.
The maybe VP.
I'll get back to you.
Great. Hey, Byron, do you think we could just ask them if we could buy one of the diamonds?
I mean, sure, I can ask.
Okay, well, I guess
Wait, do we know what
tomorrow.
the cost of diamond we're trying to get?
Great point.
Becca said double what he usually uses.
Yeah, do you know what he typically asks for?
I should know because I gave him all of my money to buy that.
So, twice whatever all your money is.
Well, I haven't had money in a while, so
We know nothing.
let's go with let's be conservative and say 750 gold.
I feel like you just pulled that out of nothing.
I did.
How are you being conservative with this? You hear Mavis say that. Isn't it worthless if you aim under?
No, that's not
All
what
right.
that's Ava.
Yeah,
we
their name isn't
way over.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We understand.
So let's say 750 gold.
Okay. That sounds great. Okay, let's go meet back up with Ode and Kezia.
Yeah, hopefully, Kezia didn't get spotted by any guards, and then we couldn't
you
use her
know,
during the fight.
If there's one thing I know about the two of them, is that if they're on a stealth mission, it probably went great.
You know what? You're right. I don't know why Maureen.
There's probably a vent in the building or something, and it was just super easy to get through.
I mean, yeah, they gotta have air conditioning of some sort, otherwise it gets so stuffy.
It is open air. Oh shit.
Oh damn.